both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I picked Carson Wentz. I picked Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team. Like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Noak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Noak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Last year, the state of North Dakota for girls high school basketball at the top level, there was 8 teams that made the big dance. 4 from the east, 4 from the west. Some upsets in that opening round. Minot High ended up playing Legacy in the Consolation Championship. Tonight we've got a rematch of that showdown where the Magents took down Legacy in that 5th place game. Ironically enough, the boys had the same exact matchup and the same outcome. The boys played tonight as well here in Legacy's home courts in the capital city of Bismarck. Welcome into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change with locations in Minot and Bismarck, 5 of them to be exact. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change bringing you tonight's pregame where we've got 2 really good ball teams coming together in both games tonight, starting with the girls matchup. The Magents sit at a record of 9-2. Only losses come to schools from Minnesota. On the other side, you've got Legacy defending their home court. They're 9-2 as well, and it's a matchup of the number 1 ranked Magents and number 4 ranked Legacy Sabers. I'm Nick Holberg, joined tonight by a good friend of mine. A little bit of a reunion of sorts tonight, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a while. Been too long.
Certainly has. The former University of Mary men's basketball coach, Mr. Joe Cattell. First things first, Joe, I love the mustache. How are you doing? How's life?
You know, I've been roughing a lot of Class B games lately, so I decided I was just going to lean into it. I got to go to Kansas City for the first time. I'm a Chief fan my whole life, so I'm just leaning into the Andy Reid, North Dakota stat. Yeah, it's right here. Looking good. Yeah.
It looks really good.
A lot of people say like I look like my dad, but my dad's a good-looking man. So what's the big deal with that? That's not I don't understand what the problem with that is.
Well, and you know what they say: when you look good, you feel good,
That's
Joe.
Right. So yeah, I'm sticking with the stash until either my wife makes me shave it or the Chiefs lose. One of the two.
Good for you. I love it. I'm hoping they win the Super Bowl and then they do it again next year.
Then
you
keep it going
for the whole summer.
Unless,
of course, somebody might have something to say about that.
My wife questions it still, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it. Adversity. Life is about adversity, getting through adversity.
Speaking of adversity and looking good, a good segue into talking about both of these basketball teams. How about Lily Bell the other night? 45 points for the Magents. That's a new school record at Minot High. What do you have to do to get 45 in a night? I mean, it's just almost unheard of.
Well, because she can ask about 3 of her teammates, because it feels like a different teammate on her team breaks that record every week. I mean, last year I think it was Avery Lundy. Then it didn't the one shooter break. What's her name? Bennett. Presley Bennett had like 39 one game, and now Lily got the record back again. I feel like some of these girls are just going to keep exchanging hands with that record for the next few years. So, yeah, it's an outstanding basketball club. Lily Bell's an outstanding player, and obviously on some special nights, you can do some special things.
She's going to look to be big tonight against this Sabers basketball team that's got some players of their own that are filling up the cup right now, including Hallie Severson averaging 12. But Brooklyn Felkley really is the one that we spotlight. Felkley, the junior, at 6'3", averaging 16 per game. What is it about Felkley that she has in her arsenal tonight to give Legacy a chance for the upset?
Well, she's for those who don't know, she's a South Dakota State Jackrabbit commit already. She's big, she's strong, she's very, very talented inside, both offensively and defensively. She kind of came in not as sharp as I think everybody expected the first 3 or 4 games. Now she's really worked herself into good basketball shape, and she's really been the focal point for defenses coming in and having to guard her. But I think we saw it last year around WDA time. All of a sudden, she was the go-to girl. They gave her the ball a ton, and the Sabres' success last year, getting to the state tournament and making that run all the way to the Consolation Championship, a team that probably wasn't really expected. They're kind of one of those borderline, are they going to go to state or not teams, and I think a lot had to do with Brooklyn Felkley getting them there.
She certainly did. Tonight she looks to lead the Sabres team into the promised land in an upset against Minot High. Why would it be an upset? Well, let's start with the poll brought to you by Ackerman Esfold, looking at where these teams are standing according to the media in our state. Minot at number 1, 18 of the 19 first place votes of the year. Somebody's got Legacy at number 1 inside the state. I think that number 1 is supposed to be on the Horace line, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
However, somebody thinks that Minot High isn't the team to beat, and until they're beaten, you would have to think that they would. 18 others think that they are. Minot High had a 10-2 record. One of those wins was a JV matchup against a Williston Coyote team earlier this year. Century at 2, Horace at 3. Legacy's at number 4. They dropped down a spot from number 2 last week. And then Fargo Davies rounds out the top 5. Red River, Bismarck High, and Mandan also receiving votes. We're going to talk about the boys in the boys pregame show coming up later on tonight.
Yeah, I think the interesting part about that is, Legacy, I watched them beat Century one night, and then Mandan the other night played unbelievable, shot the heck out of the ball. So all that says to me is we're going to have another great WDA tournament.
Well, when you look at this, and now you look at the standings, here tonight, delivered by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Minot, Bismarck, Century, Legacy, and Mandan, all teams that have 3 or less losses on the season, coming in 7 or more games. It is going to be a gauntlet, isn't it?
And most of them are against each other. Century's not the same team they have been in the past. They still are outstanding defensively. They still have Fridley. They still have some players. Obviously, Minot's still the monster that they are. Mandan's got some players. They're really playing well. Bismarck High knocked off Legacy this year already once, and they're kind of in the mix. And then Legacy's been in either one or been in a possession of every game that they've lost. So it's going to be a really outstanding WDA as far as the girls' side this year for sure.
Yeah, and the scary thing to me as well is that even St. Mary's at 2-4 and Dickinson at 1-5. Maybe Jamestown's off quite a bit from the pace of the past at 0-6 and Williston at 0-7. I don't think anywhere within the top 7 isn't completely out of range for some upsets come tournament time.
No, St. Mary's, I did the game with Scott here, the Legacy St. Mary's game, and St. Mary's has some young players that are only going to get better as the year goes on, and young players that are playing well at tournament time are scary because they're kind of playing with house money, and so it's going to be a really interesting year. I'm excited for this game. I want to see if Legacy's up for the challenge of being able to, they played now, like it feels like back-to-back really good teams with Century, Mandan, and Red River's stuck in there too, and they beat Red River, and now Minot. So they've really had a gauntlet of games, and it'll be interesting test to see how they respond tonight at home.
When we come back, we'll have our keys to the game. We'll also look at the leaders inside the WDA. Joe and I will break down the showdown a bit further. We'll have our starting introductions, and then we're going to play some basketball. Number 1 Minot on the road, taking on number 4 Legacy. Later on tonight, number 1 Minot and boys takes on Receiving Votes Legacy. It's a busy Friday night of basketball because, oh, by the way, we've got Bismarck High and Century on tonight as well on the PSP Network. Hope you're enjoying the best time of the year for high school hoops in our state. The Magi and Sabers rumble next here on the PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Excellent rendition of our nation's national anthem here tonight. Fantastic work. It's Nick Holberg and Joe Cattell here for the pregame, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change bringing you tonight's pregame. Joe, let's get set to look at some of the players that have dominated inside of the WDA here this year. We're going to see a handful of those young ladies in this contest. Looking at the WDA leaders, this is as of January 15th. So Lily doesn't even have her 45 that she had on here just the other night. She leads the conference right now, 23.2 points per game for her. Fricky's at 18.2. Paige Brewer from Bismarck sits at number 3. Fight Felkley at number 4. And then McKenna Johnson from Mandan at number 5. Those are some pretty good numbers from these young ladies that are averaging some high point production per night. What can we expect out of Bell and Fricky and Felkley here? Do they have to be their best players on the floor if their teams want a chance to win? Or there's a lot of distribution, it seems, on both sides again tonight?
Yeah, I just feel like when there's two good teams and two good coaches, they usually take away the best players and other people have to step up and win. So I feel like coming off a 45.9, I'm sure Petrick and staff have something planned to just slow her down and get her out of rhythm. They just can't let her get into the same rhythm she got into the other night. So I would attest with the staff that Coach Petrick has and the coach that he is, that they're probably going to really concentrate on making somebody else beat them tonight.
Time to take a look at our keys to the game. They're brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air, 25 years of experience. It's your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. It's Northern Plains Heating and Air. I didn't get a chance to ask you about these, and of course, with your coaching career and your basketball X's and O's brain, Joe, you probably would have some better ones that avoid the runs and finish in close. But for me, Legacy's got to keep it close tonight. They can't have Minot High go on any of those 14-0 runs that they're so notorious for doing. And on the other side for the Majettes, when they finish in close, surround the hoop, and those easy bunnies, if you will, seems like things go very well for the Majettes. Would you agree to some portion of this
Yeah,
tonight?
I think avoiding runs is huge. Just staying in a one-possession game the whole game, being able to take the lead every once in a while. We do have a little bit of an honor here, the National Guard. It's Military Appreciation Night for Legacy, so this is a nice little deal here. Got our National Guard out there. But, yeah, you're 100% on the money there. Lily Bell and them need to finish around the rim, but it's not as easy as it sounds tonight with Felkley in there as well. So it should be a good contest, and I'm looking forward to this one. This should be a really good game. The National Guard threw up the first jump, but that wasn't a legal first jump, so we're going to do that again.
Sure appreciate all those military men and women. God bless all of them, including that young lady that's here, and her military issued attire tonight. God bless all those servicemen and women and all the veterans. Minot High's in maroon. Legacy, the Sabers, are in their home whites here tonight. It's a doubleheader on the PSP network here at the Legacy Gym, and across town you've got Bismarck High and Century duking it out in a doubleheader. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmans here on the call of that one across town. Early fall of the ball game, it's charged on the Sabers. Minot gets the inbound on the possession, and it's Lily Bell that's going to go to work here. 45 points the other night for Minot High School. Step back, little jump shot. That one's off the mark. Bennett's got the rebound inside. Felkley takes away the rebound here, and Felkley and company running back up the floor here for the Sabers as it's worked back to Felkley. Felkley works it back away to Berryhill, and Berryhill's going to set up shop and slow it down here with 18 seconds on the shot clock.
And that first possession is exactly what Coach Petrick doesn't want. He doesn't want Felkley having to guard Lily Bell on the perimeter. He wants her in the post.
Jump shot on its way. First points of the ball game won't fall for Donhauer. That one's off the mark. Lamore around the perimeter for the Majettes. She gets it back. She fires for three, front of the rim. Lely touched it on a play. It went, and it will be Legacy basketball here with 16:58 to play in the opening period. So excited to see you again. And when I showed up at the gym here today, you should have seen me. I haven't been to Legacy since New Year's last year when we called this matchup together last year. And it took me a little bit of time to try to get our power situation figured out. Here's a shot for three. The look on the face of the kind custodian when she said it's right above you, hanging from the rafters above you. I was looking for a power cable on the floor here. Anyway, so you're without a chair. I'm sorry for the lack of hospitality here tonight.
I'll get stretched out. We'll find one. We'll find one soon. I promise.
Comes away here to Fricke. She's got it. Fricke on the drive, spins to her left, kicks it off in the corner. Knutson downtown. That one's off the mark. Bennett in on the rebound. Ball's on the ground. We'll have a jump basketball coming. And the arrow belongs to who? Will be Legacy's Bowl.
Yeah, Hallie Severson again. If there's a Defensive Player of the Year award, I think she would be up there for it. She is one of the best on-ball defenders in the state, and she did a good job there of shutting off the dribble real fast and closing in and basically shutting the play down.
Fall away from the play. It's going to be on the Majettes. That fall's going to be charged.
Eve Knutson.
On Eve Knutson. It's a first cousin of Eden Fridley for Century.
I just heard that today. That's she's a player. I watched her play a little bit in the first half of the JV game. Not many Class A players start the JV game then start the varsity game, but Minot High has an abundance of young talent, so they get that advantage for sure.
Floating around 23-pointers right now here in this sophomore campaign. She has been fun to watch from behind the three-point stripe. She's been our MVP of the contest before on this season. She's got a block in deep. Comes away now here to Lily Bell, and Lily Bell's got it. Fricke works it away over on the far side, top of the umbrella. Kicks it back away. Lamore, corner pocket. Bennett for three. That one's off the mark. Back we go now for Felkley, and Felkley has it here. We had a conversation about the sneakers earlier on here today when I was getting set up. We were having a conversation about how this day and age, there's so many options for shoes. Bryce Gutnick, the color commentator, a good friend of ours back in the Magic City. You know, he's watching tonight. He's quite the connoisseur of the shoes on the floor. We were joking around, a parent and I were joking here tonight that, remember back in the days where you had two choices? It was either Nike or Reebok, and black or white.
Well, some coaches made you have team shoes too, so everybody had to have the same shoes. But Callie Duhauer, she's the interesting one because she bought two different pairs, so she could wear one pink and one blue. And then, so that's even more impressive. She got two different pairs on right now, just the same shoes, different colors.
How do you like that?
That's impressive.
Ball's going to be stripped for just a moment. Comes back into the hands here of Donhauer.
Donhauer, there we go.
Comes back away up top. Off to Whitney Welk, little jumper. Nobody on the board yet. We're just about 3 minutes into the opening half of basketball. It's been a bit of a struggle with the cover over the hoop right now.
When they don't score, we talk about shoes, so we need some points here.
Yeah, that's right.
Whitney Welk starting instead of Allie McPherson tonight. Allie's had home sick, so an opportunity for the junior Welk to step up for the Sabers. Ask and you shall receive. Of course, I got my chair, so we're good to go.
Thank you, sir. Well, we've got a timeout on the floor. Welk missed the first from the ServPro free throw line. We're scoreless. 2 minutes, 59 seconds into the first half of basketball.
The right bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
This game on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by our friends at the UPS Store. UPS Store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza on South Broadway in the Magic City. It's the UPS Store for all your packing and shipping needs. First points are on the board. It's Welk that strikes from the ServPro charity stripe. 1 for 2 from the line. The Jets have it. Bennett up top. Lily Bell downtown. That one's off the mark. Bennett in deep. Bennett was denied on the play. Back up top, Lamore. Now Fricke from downtown. Minot not afraid to shoot it. They've got the green light, a team that averages 76 points per game compared to the 48 they give up, but they haven't made one yet here in the early portion of this WDA showdown. Felkley inside, count the bucket, and she's fouled, and Felkley will go to the stripe for the old-fashioned three-point play.
For those wondering, it looks like Legacy is playing a diamond and one on Lily Bell. They're trying to confuse her a little bit and kind of have two bodies around her at all times. So, yeah, she's getting the attention of the Sabers right now, which is also causing the offensive rebounding issues because it's really hard to rebound out of a diamond and one.
Falkley missed from the ServPro free throw line, but she's got the first field goal of the ball game.
You can see 14 face guarding Lily Bell right now, and all the other players are in a diamond.
Here's Fricky crashing towards the rack. She goes up. She's fouled on the play. This will be the second team foul here on the Sabers. It's charged on Brooklyn Falkley. That will be her first personal. Sends Maggie Fricky to the ServPro free throw line. Fricky bounced around. That one missed, and Fricky doesn't miss many from the stripe. She shoots 78%, Joe, from the free throw line. 0 for 1 early in this ball game. Second one on its way here for Fricky.
Ooh.
And then out again. You've been a part of some good teams. You've been a part of some bad teams in your coaching and playing days. When you've got a good team that just isn't making buckets, what is the message to them early on in a game like this?
Just fight through it and be happy that you're still in a possession basketball game, and you'll be good. I think we're getting 2 chairs right now. Someone must have really heard our cry on the air. That's pretty good.
Offensive's going to be the charge inside. We'll see it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Now we'll go back to live action. Ryan Family Dealerships locations in Minot and Williston. Browse our massive inventory at driveryan.com. Stryan Chevrolet and Ryan Family Dealerships. How do you like that, Joe? You
got my chair.
Yeah.
I got 2, actually.
2 chairs?
Tom Schmidt, the principal, called, and someone got me one, and one of the legacy coaches also brought me one. So, man, it's all you got to do is say something on the old PSP, and everybody hears it coming.
Double dribbles a call inside. Well, I want a bucket full of golden chips. Is that possible?
Can we get a couple waters and a popcorn?
Maybe a Planet Pizza delivery? Well, the Magents want something right now. That's some points on the board. They've been held scoreless early on. You don't see Minot High early in a contest not striking for points. They're off the mark again on the shot from Fricky. Comes back away. Lily touched it. She had coverage on top of her. And they're going to say that was Hallie Severson that knocked the ball out of her hands. Lily touched it last. Now the officials will come together to make sure that they've got the call right.
Hardest thing to do on his own is to pass up good shots for great shots. And right now, Minot High is getting good shots in that zone. They're passing around the perimeter, and they're finding, a girl like Fricky or an open player like Fricky for a 3. But there's better shots in their zone, inside out, penetrate and kick, find a layup. There's just other things that they can get instead of the first open look.
Dribble drive move down to the right to the cup, off the mark. There's a miss for Severson. Comes back away from Barch to Fricky. Inside, Lily Bell. She's got the look. There it is, up off the window, and Lily has her first 2 points of the ball game, and Minot back within 1.
And transition's always a good way to zone bust. Just get down the floor before the zone can get set up.
Severson with the basketball. Worked up top here for Berman. Now it's worked to the near wing. Barry Hill's got it. Kick to her left. Work back away here from Falcon. Now on the drive. Shot comes up. It drops in. Whitney Welk has her first field goal of tonight's ball game.
Yeah, Whitney Welk against Williston this week had her high score ever at 20 points. Big time step up for her in the absence of McPherson. So good to see her pick up where she left off.
Jump shot from way deep. That one off the mark for March. It's going to be pulled down. Barry Hill running gone. Severson's got it. Severson lays it up and in. Hallie Severson gives the Sabers a 5-point lead. It's 7-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. And the Sabers fans that are in attendance certainly voicing their liking of the Sabers leading the #1 team in the state. 7-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Well, we've got some giant news for you folks watching on the PSP Network here tonight. Proud to let you know that we're going to be bringing you the WDA Hockey Tournament in its entirety live on the PSP Network. Couldn't be more thrilled to bring you the WDA Hockey Tournament from the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. For all you basketball fans out there too, we're bringing you WDA basketball in 2024 as well.
Can't wait. That's awesome. That's a fun weekend.
It is a fun weekend. It may be the unpopular opinion here, being the hockey guy that I am, but a WDA basketball tournament I almost prefer over the state Super A. It just, a lot of people would maybe say you're crazy for that, but that conference tournament can be a lot of fun.
Well, it feels like it gets good attendance because all the high schools end up kind of showing up and sticking around, and I don't know, there's just something about the WDA. It's always, all 3 games matter on the last day to go to state. Obviously the championship game, so it's just a different environment, a lot of fun.
Berryhill at the free throw line. Second one on its way. That one falls for Berryhill. Mia Berryhill has her first points of the ball game. And a 6-point lead for the Sabers on top of the Magents here on their home floor. Lily Bell, little jump shot. Does she fire that one up? It's off the mark. Here's the dates of the WDA basketball tournament. February 29th, March 1st, and March 2nd. Live at the Event Center in Bismarck. We'll have it for you every game, all 22 of them to be exact, live on the PSP Network. Lily Bell from the ServPro free throw line. She's got her second point to the ball game. And Bonnet make it second bucket of the ball game. 1 field goal, and now 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She's got 3. Bell's inside. Quick jump shot. Hit the back of the rim. Fricky with the rebound. Fricky crashes through, finds the lane, goes up and scores. And Maggie Fricky has her first points of tonight's contest.
Yeah, good take there for Fricky. She was determined to get to the rim and make that layup and get off and get herself in the scorebook.
On the ground for the Magents. Aberley went down. Then it's going to be tossed over to the near side, touched last there by Severson, so it will be Legacy basketball. Legacy's a team coming into the showdown, Joe, that has scored 63 points on average per night compared to the 46 that they've given up. They've also out-rebounded their opponents by a margin of 61 total on the season. There's a block inside. Lely was stuffed on the play. That brought the Legacy bench to volume.
Yeah, Felkley's one of those girls that really can block shots and does a good job on the inside perimeter. She's one of those girls that can really challenge Lely around the rim.
Lily Bell's got it inside here. Lily's going to work it. Fake to her right, then her left, kicked it up top. Now Lamore has it with 9 on the shot clock. Lamore looking for the outlet. Lily from NBA range. That's way deep. Swish!
That's just where Felkley's not comfortable guarding Lely, is outside on the perimeter, and Lely is really shooting the basketball well this year so far from behind the arc.
My
and
goodness.
Beyond.
That was way beyond. A&B Pizza open tonight. Lely was about to find out from that shot. Just about 8 minutes in. Defense chant is on from the Minot High fans. Off the window, count it. Whitney Welk.
Whitney Welk, pretty much the only aggressive offensive player that the Sabres have right now, with 5 points and really doing a good job of getting to the rim.
Barch to Fricky. Back up top, Lamore. Into the lane, looking for the outlet. Finds Barch, now works it into Aberley. Aberley goes back to her right, puts it up, no good. Felkley had the coverage on her. Severson pulls it down, and here come the Sabres once again.
Yeah, that was really good defense by Felkley on that side. Just contesting, keeping her feet, making the shot difficult, and then cleaning up the glass.
Sydney Aberley's going to be charged with the foul. Lily Bell's going to check out. Bennett will check back in. When you have a player score 45, from the coaching standpoint, What's the message the next go around? Because you kind of expect to top that every night. That's just not a reality, right?
I think Coach Schwartz has coached long enough that he realizes 45 doesn't happen very often. But I think you just, honestly, you want to see how hot she can stay. But you also want to talk to her and let her know that's not going to happen every night. And when it's your night, your teammates found you. And when it's not your night, make sure that you don't force it. And you just have all those conversations. But Lely's a mature player, a smart player. But definitely when you have 45, you want to do it again. There's no doubt about it.
Off the mark there for Falkley. Out with it, Aberle. 2-on-1 for the Magents. This is Fricky. Off to Bennett. Look underneath. She was blocked on the play, and the basketball comes back away for the Sabers. And Welk as she brings it back. This is Severson. Jump shot is Peer. And Hallie Severson has 4. That's what the Sabres lead is at here with under 9 to play in the first half.
Hallie's really done a good job of stepping up her scoring. Last year she was just kind of that role player, defensive player, and they really needed her to step up scoring, and she did it again there. I think she was their leading scorer against Century in the defeat earlier this year.
Lamore's got it into the paint. Puts it up with the right hand. Carew's got her first 2 points of the ball game.
Fun to watch these girls develop. I mean, we've seen these girls play since they're 8th graders, and they're all kind of, other than Fricky, were kind of just shooters and role players. And now a girl like Carew Maroy figuring out a way to get to the rim and adding different elements to their game as they get older is great to see.
The change in the landscape of girls' high school hoops over the years, and watching from the past where it was pretty much, it would be a kind of a rarity to see a freshman or a sophomore in a lineup. A lot of seniors and juniors on the roster. That's not the case around our state anymore. If you're the best player, you're going to be in the lineup.
It's a rarity not to see a 9th grader on a roster, it seems like nowadays. The kids are just so much more developed and playing so much more basketball at a younger age that most of them are ready as long as they're physically close enough to play with the varsity level players.
Ball's worked around by the Sabres. They've got it with Falkley up top. Legacy with a 2-point lead. 10 minutes into the opening half of tonight's contest. Off the mark, Falkley and Bell went after the ball. Falkley touched it last, and it will be Minot Magicians basketball.
This is exactly the pace and style that Sabres were hoping for tonight. Real slow, methodical, one-possession games, long shot clocks. Let that defense go for 30 seconds on a side. It's just, right now, the speed and pace of this game is exactly what Coach Petrick and staff wanted.
They've certainly been able to execute on our key to the game for them tonight, not allow Minot any runs. Minot hasn't led yet in the contest. That one's off the mark. Knutson almost gave him the chance to lead by a point, but she missed from 3-land. Sabres with possession, worked around here from Severson. Around the horn to the far side from Berman. Deep 3 on its way, just missed. Pulled out by Fricky. The run and gun off to Lamore. Lamore with the left hand, puts it off the window and in.
Love that. Love Minot High in transition right now. Get back to their pace. Let's get some points on the board. Get that thing moving. The long outlet pass. Even if you turn a couple of those over, you're just going to change the speed of this game.
We're tied at 12 aside on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Sabres with possession up top as it's taken here by Bourbon. Bourbon guarded by Bennett. Falkley, look what I found. She puts it up and in. Falkley's got 4. The Sabres have the lead back. Not the cleanest basketball we've seen on the season by any means, but it's been an entertaining game so far here in Bismarck.
Good close out there from the Sabres, closing out on Fricky's 3 and stopping her drive.
Bennett had the chance. It's off the mark. Sabres down with the rebound. They carry it forward. Don Howers got it. Worked it back up to the top of the key for Bourbon. Then Knutson came in. That one hit the official off of Knutson's hand. That's a live ball.
Official's in play. He's basically like a stick on the floor. If it hits him, if he's standing in bounds, he's in play.
Fricky on the shot inside. Fricky's got 4. We're tied again.
Now his rest of his people are going to make fun of him in the locker room for not getting out of the way of that ball, but he is in play.
You know, in hockey, with the officials timeout on the floor, by the way, the officials in hockey, if one of them falls down during a game, he owes his officiating partners a Coca-Cola after the contest. Is there something like that in the basketball world?
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know this crew. I don't know if these crews got that rule or not. Well, I'll have to ask him afterwards.
Well, I think since you're an official, you just say, hey, you owe me a Pepsi for falling. Wait, you didn't fall. You just got hit by the ball. 14s on each side on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Good one tonight here in Bismarck.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
$14-14 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We're down to 5:57 to play in our opening half. It's game number 1 of a doubleheader here on the PSP Network from the Legacy Gym. Got a doubleheader across town at Century and Bismarck High going toe-to-toe tonight with Scott Woodmansey and Chuck Claremont on the call of that one as well. Thanks for joining us for high school hoops. Severson went inside. Falkley got the rebound, put it off ball. Falkley just couldn't get that one to drop. Foul on the play.
This is, and I don't mean to harp on this, but this is exactly the way the Sabres land. They want long offensive possessions. They want to score in the last 10 seconds of the shot clock. They want to get an offensive rebound and score so they can get back and play defense and set up their zone. They want long possessions for Minot. Right now, Minot scored 7 points. 7 of their 14 points. 3 of them were in the end of a shot clock, 3 from Lily Bell, and 4 of them in transition. That's just 3 possessions, and the rest of this half has been really methodical basketball. And so Minot really needs to change the pace of this game and get them to get up and down the floor a little faster.
Falkley scores from the ServPro free throw line. Here's Bell downtown off the mark. Ball's pulled in by the Sabres. Double teamed in deep. Crew Lamore was there. They're going to say the ball touched the end line, and it will be Sabres basketball. If you're Jim Petrick, you're satisfied with where they're at?
Thrilled. 1 possession game. We've kind of held them in check so far. They've only made 1 3, and this is a team that can really score. I mean, Lily Bell probably already had 30 at this time last game they played. So they are absolutely thrilled about this score. And shots like that they're getting with 13 seconds left in the shot clock.
Falkley's got 7 to lead all scorers. 17 for the Sabres, 14 for the Magents. Basketball comes back away now to Knutson. Over to her right side, there's going to be a foul on the play. It's going to be charged on the Sabres, number 22, Marley Falcon, the 6'1" freshman.
This is the identical of in football is when you run the ball to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. Like, this is just, don't let them be on offense. Just slow them down. Don't give up the big play. And run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. That's right now what Legacy's doing with this zone and methodical offense.
How does Minot High break that? What do they need to do
transition,
on the
Transition. Transition will bust it and start making some jump shots.
There's one from Bennett. Bennett's got her first field goal of the ball game, and Presley Bennett, 2 averages 9 per game, has the Magents back within 1 at 17-16. Jump shot.
Petrick doesn't like that shot. That's only in 5 seconds in the shot clock, and now they have to get back, and that's the shot he doesn't want them. He doesn't want to have to match shot for shot.
Lily Bell's got it over to the right side, kicked it back up. Knutson, Lamore, Bennett's open, leads the WDA from 3 land. Off the mark, rebound pulled down. Severson, run and gun, taken away by Lamore, and Lamore will bring it back across the half-court line. Fricky surveying here. 4 minutes to play, first half. You betcha. Yeah. Knutson from downtown.
You can't give a girl that shoots it like that many good looks.
Knutson's first points of the game. And Minot High's got their first lead here of the ball game at 19-17. Under 4 to tick down on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. By the way, tonight's game also brought to you by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. 0% financing and free consultations either in the office or online. Find them online, minotbraces.com. Like the sounds of that. 0% financing with free consultations. You can't beat Prestwich Orthodontics. They bring you the ball game here tonight.
Can I get that on a car? Is there any chance of that? Or a house?
One can keep dreaming, my friend. Oh, no, Lily Bell went down.
Okay. I hope she's okay.
Oh, Falkley saying blow the whistle, and Lily Bell is in some pain here. Oh, you hate to see that.
That's like I mean, I don't know if it was a foul or not. That's not the point. It was just one of those accidental kind of everybody going for a rebound, get rolled under.
She's up, walking off. She's in some pain, however. Well, will she return? That's the question mark.
I don't think we have a timeout here. I think we just have an injury. Yeah.
So we will keep it right here. Talking to the trainer here on the near sideline.
That's just kind of one of those more scary things than anything, hopefully. That she just went down and was twisted a little bit and get right back in there.
Well, we'll keep an eye on her. She stretches it out over on the side of the bench right now. Minot's got possession. Aberly, jump shot in the paint there, just missing from Lamore. Falkley pulls down the rebound, and here come the Sabers once again.
I'm the Sabers. I'm doing anything to get the ball on the Falkley right now with Lily on the bench.
Minot High fans that are here, they traveled well tonight, making some noise. Jump shot. That one's going to be off the mark, almost in for the kiss, but it was no good. Knudsen's got it. She got it off now to March. 2:35 to play here, first half. Lamore, spin move, put it up, left-handed. Oh, count the bucket, and she's fouled.
Really like her aggressiveness of Carew tonight. She's doing a good job of getting all the way to the rim, making a few counter moves, and that time she was rewarded with the and one.
That's 6 of the contest for Carew.
This is that run you're talking about. I think they're on a 7-0 run right now. Maybe even more than that, 5, 6, 7. This will be 8, yeah. An 8-0 run if she makes this free throw, and that's the one that you were talking about early in the the pregame.
No good for Carew from the free throw line, but the rebound pulled down by Aberly. Fricky back to Lamore. 2:24 ticks down first half. Here's Fricky. Fricky into the paint. Look at her work. Like magic, puts it up and in, and Fricky's got 6. And Minot High has unhooked the plow a bit at the end of this first half. Berryhill. Severson. Back up top here for Downhauer. Berryhill again with the basketball. Berryhill off to her left. Listen to the Minot High crowd. They traveled well tonight. They are at volume as the shot clock's down to 4. Falkley inside, puts it up and scores.
9 first half for Falkley. Good start for her as well. Way to kill the run.
Right at the end of that possession, according to the shot clock, and Falkley put it in. Minot High missed the shot. They've got the rebound again. Fricky will wrangle it in right before the half-court line. Fricky up top, guarded here by Severson. Fricky goes to the left. He's got it off to Knudsen, who's got a 3 in the ballgame. Lamore on the stingy defense, coughed it up there. Whitney Welk credited with takeaway there for the Legacy Sabers.
Yeah, good job for the Sabers, just playing defense. Even though they lost the rebound, they still played hard there and were able to get a trap on the sideline, forcing the turnover. Jeez. That's going to be on 11. It's going to be on Aberly. Yeah.
Well, the Minot High fans don't like it. You want to break that one down for us?
Yeah, just a screen, and Aberly and maybe the screen didn't get there in time. That's what Coach Schwartz is saying. He's saying it was a moving screen. He's saying very adamantly that was a moving screen. And he's not happy at all. And this probably goes back to even the Lily Bell not getting that foul call when she went down. He thought it was a moving screen. I think that's probably frustration, one of not making a lot of shots so far. Lily, his best player, the best state's best player, going down without a foul, and now a 50-50 moving screen. I don't know if it was or not. I wasn't paying that close of attention. All I saw was Aberly go through the chest of the screener, and I think that's what the ref saw too, and that's exactly why the foul was called there. That's the best explanation I can give you. That was just a little bit of frustration with probably 2 or 3 calls not going his way. So now we're gonna get those were the shots for the foul because it was in bonus, and now these are the technicals, and they'll get the ball. So this could be a 4-7 point swing here. Made only 3 of the free throws. This is a huge swing here if they can score on this possession. because they'll get the ball as well for the technical.
Well, Berryhill made him pay for it just a bit.
Yeah, made 3 of the 4.
Well, the big question in my mind is how do the Magents respond after the technical on the Minot High coach? Will it bring him alive just a bit here at the tail end of this first half?
They're going to need to. He's also, with getting the technical, he also has the bench seatbelt, so he's not allowed to stand up and really coach anymore either. So not a lot of energy can happen from him by standing up. He's pretty much on his hands the rest of the game.
Is that for the entire game?
Yep.
Lily Bell's going to check back in.
It's called the seatbelt rule.
Sabers with some momentum here at the tail end of the first half. They trailed 23-22. Jump shot from the corner. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down. Fricky's got the basketball. And Maggie Fricky will go coast to coast. Kicks it out. Bennett. Corner pocket. Off the mark. In then out. Take it back here by the Sabers. They go the other direction here with Welk. Jump shot. Severson just missed. Lily Bell towers up. She's got it. 30 seconds to play in the opening half. Minot by a point. Lely, long, 2.
Love it.
Swish.
Love how fast they're playing now. They're starting to really pick up their pace. Lily and Fricky both just took the ball down the floor as fast as they could those last 2 possessions and really just brought some good energy there. Coach kind of got them sparked a little bit.
10 seconds left here in this first half. Sabers look to go to the locker room on a high note. They will. Jump shot on the runner. Teardrop falls in for Welk at the horn.
Ooh, good look.
Fricky just missed. Well, we've got ourselves a ball game, don't we? 25-24 at the break. Legacy of Minot High. Bit of a dogfight here tonight at the Legacy Gymnasium. Halftime report comes up next here on the PSP Network. Joe and I will break this one down for you. Minot by 1 at the break in this West Region showdown.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Noak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Noak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
One half complete. Number 4 Legacy hosting number 1 Minot. And it's the Magents that have a 1-point lead at the break. Welcome into our intermission report brought to you by our friends at Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow it. Magic Towing brings you the intermission report. And the halftime report here on the PSP Network. Nick Hobart, Joe Cattell on the call here tonight. Joe, your overall thoughts on that first half of basketball?
I thought it was a really good game plan for Legacy. They came out in that diamond and one, really did a good job of putting 2 bodies all over Lily Bell. Slowed the game down, really just absolutely brought it to a halt. Not great shooting, only 2 3-pointers made from Minot really helped Legacy. And then on the offensive end, they were able to be really deliberate, work the shot clock, get it into Felkley late in the shot clock, or Felkley being able to clean up some offensive rebounds and putting it back in to keep this thing in a 1-possession game. I just thought it was really a good job from the Sabers, good game planning. I also thought it was a nice adjustment late in the half there. All of a sudden, Fricky started flying down the court. Bennett started flying down the court. It really started to look in transition. They took some good rhythm, 15-foot jump shots, things like that, and got themselves on a little bit better rhythm, a little bit better pace. So I think it was like with 4 or 5 minutes to go, I think they only had 17 points on the board, and it was a perfect scenario for Legacy. Obviously, some scoring picked out for Minot High, and Legacy was able to kind of withstand that first punch.
Got ourselves a ball game, 25-24 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Look at some of those highlights from the first half. Let's look at the numbers from the first half. They're presented by our friends at Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. They've got locations in Minot and Williston. Well, for the Magi, 25 points compared to the 24. 4 scores for Minot High, 4 for the Sabers. Minot hit 2 threes. The Sabers did not net a 3-pointer in that first half. Big number that stands off the paper for me in this one, 6 of 11 from the free throw line, including Berryhill getting 3 of 4 on the technical at the end of the first half of basketball.
Yeah, the foul technical there, they were down 4. She was able to swing it back to a 1-point game. Fortunately for Legacy, they weren't able to score also on that possession to regain the lead, but a big swing there from Berryhill, knocking down 3 of those.
What a ball game, 25-24. Score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Look at the poll for these from this week of play, and Minot ranked number 1, Century at 2, Horace at 3, Legacy 4, Davies at 5. Red River, Bismarck High, and Mandan all receiving votes in this week's poll. Any big shockers here when you see what the media has?
Kind of Red River. I kind of thought they would be a little bit closer to the top, just coming off that state title, having their best player back. I thought they would be one of those teams that would get hot off the start. They've kind of been a little bit of a slow start. And then Horace, they don't have a senior on their roster. Being able to go 10-0 so far, being able to withstand the East so far, right, with not a senior on the roster, I think is a testament to those girls and what they've been able to do. And they even had a coaching change this year. Last year was Kyle Cummings. Now he's the boys coach. I'm not sure who they've hired since then. They hired Kyle's assistant. That's now the head coach there. So I think he used to be the head coach of Cheyenne, if I'm not mistaken. But just really impressive. They're able to go 10-0 this early in their young history at their school.
A lot of fun to see. Always fun once we get closer to tournament time as well. And keep in mind, we'll have the WDA tournament for you on the PSP network. Well, when we come back, we're going to inbound the basketball for our second half. Minot by a point on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Nick Holberg, Joe Cattell on the call tonight from Bismarck Legacy, the new campus here on the north side of Bismarck. Over the Legacy Sabers. Already got a state title underneath their belt back in 2017. They won the region back in 2020. Do they have what it takes here in 23-24 to get back to the top of the hill? Right now, they're against the #1 team in the state, Minot. Minot having some issues with them here tonight. Not off the opening inbound play as Fricke puts it up off the window and scores.
Yeah, nice play there for Fricke, just sticking with the play and gathering in the off shot and making the layup.
Watching this program be built from scratch and having some powers inside of the state, Bismarck High and Century, right here in this same town, within driving distance, within walking distance. Maybe if it's the middle of winter, you
yeah,
don't
not
want
a
to
cold walk. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You and I don't want to be walking over there tonight, probably.
No, we wouldn't do that.
However, when you've got that much talent, speaking of talent, Knudsen downtown, and Eve Knudsen's got 6, all from behind the three-point line. You build that talent and you build the program and the new school. Certainly didn't take long for Legacy to become a power, did it?
Yeah, they hired the right guy there, Jim Petrick. He's an excellent basketball coach. He had Shiloh really cruising at the Class B level, his alma mater, before he took this job there a year away from winning the state title. He left them to come here and just kept it going where it came from. And he does a good job with the younger programs. He does a good job with his staff. He's just one of those really good guys and one of those really good coaches.
Lily Bell was fouled on the play.
Great pace to start the half so far for Minot High.
So in this situation where
he can stand up to coach's team for a second, but he can't stay standing the whole time. So he can take advantage of all these situations. He can stand up to say an order or something like that, but he has to instantly go back to the bench. So
Lily Bell's got the points from the ServPro line. Can she get another one? She bounces it around off the back of the rim.
And yes, I was reading Nick Hallberg's mind there. He was pointing and doing things at Coach Schwartz when he was stuff talking. So I was reading his mind a little bit. He was talking about Coach Schwartz standing and doing some coaching there. Totally legal.
That seatbelt rule, some of those finer points. Glad to have you up here with us.
Yeah, that's not the one you want to know as a ref. It's just, hopefully you don't ever have to give one of those out, but when you do, there's some consequences to it, which are unfortunate.
Basketball handled here by the Sabers. Jump shot inside the paint, no good. Lely's got it back, off to Knudsen. Here's Eve Knudsen down to the corner. Back away for Lamore, and Lamore will survey where she goes back to Knudsen. Steps to her left now. Fricke's got it. Knudsen's got the hot hand from three-land of this ball game. Bennett's got it up top. Shot clock's down to 10. Ball's taken away. Berryhill's going to go coast to coast. Clear look at the hoop, and Berryhill lays it up and in. First points of the second half for Berryhill. Nice read. Deep three off the mark.
I like the pace from Minot High coming out of the half. They've really upped the possessions and are sprinting up and down the floor trying to score right now, being aggressive.
Berryhill drops it off. Donhauer back over to Severson. Steps into the paint, puts up the shot. She's fouled. Carew Lamore is going to be charged with the foul. That's number 2 on Carew Lamore here in this ball game. And that shot is good for Severson as she drops it in from the ServPro free throw line. She shoots 70% from there. And Severson will have a chance for another free one, and she gets it. 31-28, Minot's got the lead. This one far from over here tonight. An upset for Legacy. What would that be for the program at this point in the year?
Just proof that they're doing the right things. I don't think they're going to have to play Minot again, obviously up in Minot. And then if you're going to beat the best in the WDA, you're probably going to have to play them again in the WDA. And if Minot and Legacy are really two of those teams, you probably might even have to play them again in state. So it'd just be one of those confidence builders. I don't think it makes them the favorite. I don't think anything that happens to here will change that Minot's probably still the top dog in the state right now. But it would definitely give a lot of people hope that there's a little chink in the armor.
Hey, great to see Avery Lundy back on the floor, by the way, for Minot High, number 22 out there for the Magets.
They lied to me. They said she wasn't going to play tonight. I asked specifically if she was going to play, so they must not trust me. They must not give me the inside information.
Berryhill from downtown.
She tore it in softball, tore an ACL in softball last year. Is that what I heard?
I believe that is correct. She played
after the state tournament. I know that.
Played the first game of the season and didn't sat out all of volleyball and had some bad news right out of the gate here in this 23-24 campaign. She's got the knee brace on here this evening. Good to see her back on the floor. Not easy to sit out in your senior campaign.
No, and it's a comfort level too, just to trust it again and to play with that big brace on. And it's a trust issue for sure, but she'll get there.
Up top, Berryhill's got it again. Sabers working around now, and it's going to be kicked back over to Severson. Jump shot inside, long two-pointer, and Severson.
Legacy throwing their punches now, getting some good looks on the offensive end.
Severson's got herself 8 points. The Sabers have the lead back at 32-31. Here's Bennett from downtown. Bennett for three. Just a bit long. Comes back away for Berryhill on the run and gun. Berryhill off the left side. Puts it up and in.
Some real shooting rows right now for Minot High. Other than Eve Knutson, no one's really looked good from behind the arc.
Fricky's got it up top here. Off to Lundy. Back away now Lamore. Corner pocket, Lundy downtown, just off the front of the rim. Here's Bell. Boy, they have contained her tonight. Falkley doing quite a job there. And then Falkley and Bell come together after that play, and looks like we might have some blood on the play.
Yeah, I think Falkley got hit on the first attempt and then just grabbed for whatever she could just so she didn't get hit in the face again. She was definitely the foul, though. She was out of position there. Well, they called it on 32, so not 34.
Well, we've got a timeout for blood on the floor. Jim Petrick coming out and having the conversation as well. Won't be a timeout on the floor. We'll just continue to play up.
Play on. Wouldn't that have been something? Lundy would have made that corner pocket three. That would have been, I would have enjoyed to see that.
That would have brought this place alive here on the maroon and gold side, without a doubt. She checks, she's still out there. She's at Saber stamp right at midcourt. Lily Bell at the free throw line, and Lily is up to 10 now in the ball game. Leading the Magents in scoring here tonight. She had 45 in her last outing. School record, second one for Lily on that trip, no good. And there's going to be a foul coming here on Minot High. That's going to be on Carew Lamore, and that will be number 3 on Carew, so she's going to come out. Knutson checks back in. Entertaining ball game here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of different things happen, a lot of chess pieces being played, and fun game. Fun early January game, mid-January game.
On the dribble, how about that play? Severson puts it up and in. Severson having herself a night tally, went to her right, then her left.
That's her third aggressive take here of the half, and getting to the rim 3 times so far this half, and total of 10 points so far for Hallie.
We watch it back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. She's got to weave her way through some traffic here, hey, Joe?
Yeah. Avery's back to the bench, got her first little run, taste of some live action, got a sweat going, and good to see her out there.
Minot High with possession of the basketball up top.
She'll be ready by end of February for sure.
Fricky off to Barch for three, no good. Minot was boxed out of the play. Nice defense.
Play from Welk.
Whitney Welk's got it here. The ball's going to be taken on the far side, but we've got a timeout on the play. 12:02 to play in the second half. Legacy Sabers are up by 4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network is brought to you by our good friend Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots, senior portraits, you name it, Mason Kramer Photography could do it. Mason Kramer, one of the best in the business. Find him online, MasonKramerPhotography.com. How did that one not drop for Sabers?
Yeah, Haley had a good look. Their little side out play, it seems like it works almost every time, and she just missed that one.
Way downtown, Lily Bell with the money ball, and she hits for her second three-pointer of the ball game.
Yeah, she's got 2, and Eve's got 2 threes. That's it for the Minot High. Those two are keeping them relevant from the three-point line.
Minot High trying to crank it up here again in this second half of basketball. A bit of a slow start. That'd be an understatement tonight for the Magettes. Sabers doing just what they wanted in this ball game. A bit of a chess match from Jim Petrick. Doing well in that mission here tonight. They've got the lead, but there's 11:24 left in this ball game. Do you see any real crack in either armor right now?
Lily's making threes, and she's getting to the free throw line. So I would say that's the two things that they don't want. They don't want to even get catches. I mean, the way 14's guarding her, wow. Wow, 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 wow. The way 14's guarding her, she shouldn't even be getting catches, and not only is she getting catches, she's getting threes. Now that thing's deep. That is a Big Ten, Pac-10 type three-point range right there that she's shooting from, but you got to know who you're guarding.
Lily Bell from a different area code as we watch it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. My goodness, back-to-back threes for Lily.
That one took the lead. I mean, they got him back into the game and then took the lead, those back-to-back threes, and she's being hounded. I mean, you look, 14 knows her shirt size, and she knows what size her knee pads are. I mean, she hasn't left her side, and it just doesn't matter.
Lily's got another one from downtown, and the Magi are up 41-36. Jim Petrick says, hang on.
I don't know how many teams in the country can run a down screen for a 6'3" high school girls basketball player for her to knock down a shot like that. That's impressive.
Minot's got the lead. 41-36. Hello, Lily Bell. 3 straight threes in this ball game. After setting the record just the other night, Lily Bell, 45 2 nights ago. Well, that was on Tuesday, actually, earlier this week. Lily had 45. She was quiet in the first half, Joe. She had 8 in the first half. 3 straight three-pointers here in the second half of basketball. She wants another one. Can it be number 4? Bounced that time just off the mark.
She's got 19 tonight, 45 on Tuesday. She's averaging 34 in 2 games right now. I'm pretty sure if my math is any good.
My goodness.
Or 20, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. 27 maybe it only is, but.
You recruited at the college level for many years.
She's good. She's good. She could play. She can play at a lot of places. I mean, I see Lauren Ware on TV. I see Logan Nisley on TV playing in the SEC network and at ESPN, and there's no question that we'll see her on TV in 2 years playing on some Saturday afternoon Big 10, Pac-10, Big 12 game of the week. No question about it. No question about it. Her health is probably the only thing that's can stop, slow her down. Let's make sure she stays healthy.
She's got the ball here again. Under 10 to play. Corner pocket, Lundy from downtown off the mark.
Good rebound by Falkley there. Going to get that with 2 hands over Fricky. It's a good rebound.
Sabers have possession here. Game's not over yet. However, when Lely starts to heat up like that, everybody in the gym
starts watching, don't they? I mean, everybody just is like, ooh, it's fun to watch.
Lundy draws the foul for the Magents. It's going to be an offensive.
I don't know if I've ever done a game with you that Avery Lundy hasn't taken a charge. And there she is again. Nice defensive play from the senior. It's getting a few minutes here in the second half to taste live action again.
So good to see her back in the lineup.
I'm a little softy for that because I tore my ACL my junior year. So a little softy for when those girls get a second chance or guys get a chance to step back in after the rehab and the injuries. Now Avery Lundy's a much better athlete than I ever was, so she looks way better out there than I do. But it's good to see her out there playing and doing what she loves with her teammates.
Bell sends it into her. Lely's got it again. Quick release jump shots just off the mark.
Such a good quick jump shot, and it's high and it's above her head and looks just hard to guard. Just missed it, but that doesn't mean it's not a good shot.
Sabers. Severson. And Severson's got another one. Severson's had a quiet ball game here tonight, but some major points for her. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, leading all scores for the Sabers.
A nice second half so far from Haley, really stepping up in the second half, getting some scoring going.
Lely Bell, turn around.
So that's the problem. If Felkley's not guarding her on the perimeter, then she can just shoot over you. And she just shoots right over the top of Welk there. And Welk did a great job of guarding her, dribbling, guarding her body, but when she can just shoot over Welk.
Far side of the dribble move. Here's Welk, taken away by the Magents.
You can just feel like Legacy kind of losing their concentration and focus. They've seen Lily now go off for 11 straight points, and you can just feel that they have kind of lost a little bit of their confidence and a little bit of their game plan. And they're only down 5. Like, they're in this basketball game.
Lundy inside. Lely's got it. Step back, jump shot.
On the double team there. Maybe probably could have found somebody else.
Severson again. Jump shot, back-to-back buckets for her.
Good transition there. Take the long rebound, get it down floor for quick transition bucket. That's good play there for the Sabers.
Here's Lely. Kicked it off. Knudsen. Swoosh.
Yeah, that's the right play there. Lely, you can tell, is a little tired. That last shot wasn't her best, and that time drew 2, found Knudsen in the corner for her third 3 of the game.
46-40. Minot High's got the lead. Knudsen's got the most recent 3. I'm going to tell you that tonight's ball game is brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. It's Minot State. More than 96% of recent grads from MSU are either employed or continuing their education. Find out more at Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Roger Ward Moving and Storage since 1942 has been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs. It's Roger Ward. And Planet Pizza, there's no pizza like it. Planet Pizza. Can I say this? Well, I better not. If I have to ask that, it usually means no, I probably can't.
It's your BSB, you own it. I don't know who's going to fire you.
I had Pizza Hut last night.
It's not the same.
It's not even close.
Can I do a shout out? Matt Merkin, number 21 in the country, playing number 1 tonight in Minnesota State Mankato. Good luck to those guys. Hopefully some people in mind will get out and watch that game. Those Beavers have earned it this year. He's doing a heck of a job with that team. That's not an easy thing to do, to get your team to 13-3 in the Northern Sun Conference and top 25 in the country. Go out and enjoy it.
First time the Minot State men have been able to do so.
They're good. They are good. Ben Bull's out there. Gunville's out there. Go watch some of your hometown boys play. They're playing awesome right now.
Well, I know where I'd be if I wasn't here tonight.
If I wasn't here tonight, I'd be sitting on my couch watching it, I think. I'd pull that thing up.
Planet Pizza.
Ooh.
MSU basketball.
Ooh.
Now we're talking.
Maybe the sports on tap afterwards.
I mean, that's an idea as well.
I mean, Planet Pizza afterwards.
I think since it's not postseason, I think we could say sports on tap.
You're in charge. You can do whatever you want, I think.
Chicken wings. And ice cold Coca-Colas. That shot's off the mark. 2 shots coming here. Well, time to buckle in. 6:33 left here in regulation. Legacy looking for win number 10 on the year. So is Minot High School. It's Felkley that's at the ServPro free throw line, and Felkley hasn't scored in the second half, Joe.
That's a big deal. It's a big deal. They need her to score. They need her to kind of set the tone in the paint.
Averages 16 per night, and this is a young lady that, as you mentioned, has been on the college radar for a while and already committed on her way.
The Jackrabbits.
Second one on its way here for Felkley. That one drops in.
Gets her to double digits, gets her to 10.
Here's Barch with the basketball. 6.5 in regulation. Doubleheader tonight on the PSP Network. You've got Century and Bismarck High tonight as well. Fricky on the drive, goes to the left. Fricky walked on the play. Felkley got the arm up and said, I don't think so.
Good take there by Fricky. Just needs to figure out a way to jump stop there and get that thing on the glass somehow.
Lely sends it into Knudsen. Up to Barch. Lely way downtown.
That's so good. That is so good. The pass is good. The release is good. It's high. It's quick. Dang, that is a pure jump shot right there.
Barely even touched the net, Joe.
No. And every one she's made has not been close to the high school three-point line.
Oh, then she's got a block on the other side. Rebound. Felkley puts it up and in.
Good job on Felkley keeping this a 2-possession game. Keep fighting. Keep staying in this fight. 5 minutes left. See what you can do. Make a play.
Here's Bennett. Kicks it across. Knudsen thought about it. Now it's Fricky with the basketball. Legacy ranked number 4 in the state. I think that's rightfully deserving. Here's Bennett downtown, just off the mark. Felkley's got the rebound, and Felkley will bring it back across. Felkley in, jump shot. That one pulled down. There's going to be foul charged here.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. I think there's actually probably a foul even on the box out on Felkley's jump shot there. So I think that was a good call there. Can't box out a player once they're up in the air to rebound. I think that was the right call. But what do I know? If I'm from Minot, I don't like the call. Ooh, good cut.
Felkley's got it here. Up top, Berry Hill. 5:04 to play here in regulation. That one's just off the mark. Well, with the way Lely's played here in the second half, Joe, going off for 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers. This one from downtown from Knudsen. She nailed it.
Don't forget about the girl that scored 4 threes from the corner either. The left corner, exactly. Left corner in the first half, 3 left corner in the second half. You can't guard them all. And you're going to guard Lely Bell and you're going to guard Fricky. And Eve Knudsen has benefited from that tonight for sure.
I was going to say it's a sneaky, quiet 6-point lead right now here for Minot. That's going to be offensive. Felkley in on Bell, and Lely draws the foul here on Brooklyn Felkley.
That's a good call, really good call there. Not necessarily dropping shoulder or anything there. That was more the extra arm. Big hook, big elbow there. And Lely did a good job of proving that to the ref.
We've got ourselves a ball game here in Bismarck. 52-43, Minot's got the lead.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Well, Minot High looking to go game, set, match here tonight with 4:18 left in regulation. Fricky's got it here.
Fricky turned it over on the opening possession on the timeout there, and Sabers turned it right back to him.
Fricky looking for the outlet here up top. She's been quiet tonight. Legacy's done a nice job containing the All-Stater. Lily Bell inside. She's going to be fouled by Berryhill. Fricky's only got 8 to the ball game. Minot High's got 52 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, Lily Bell with 4 threes in the second half, 14, 16, 22 points, or 24 points, excuse me, now 25 points. Just absolutely an explosion of points from her in the second half in many different ways, inside out, but the outs have been the most impressive.
Off the mark on the second attempt from the ServPro free throw line. Minot's got the biggest lead that they've had yet, 10 to the ball game. Kick back away, Severson trying to go to Berryhill. Well, we talked about this earlier on here tonight, those WDA leaders and where they line up inside of the conference. 23 for Lily Bell right now, and this was as of January 15th, so they don't even have her 45-point night down there.
I think she's going to win that award. She might get the scoring champ, I think, of the WDA. She's hard to stop. I mean, just think about this. That diamond and one was meant to stop Lily Bell from scoring, and it really hurt the others more than it hurt Lily. Lily was able to still do her thing once she kind of got into a rhythm of what they were doing.
There's an inside look for Lily, crashing in, put it up. She's fouled on the play. Donauer's going to be charged with the foul. That's number 2 on Donauer.
Yeah, I like it when, she doesn't force the jump shot there. She gets all the way to the rim, figures out how to get the free throw line. When she gets doubled and finds open shooters, I think that's when she's at her best, is when she's kind of, in her whole bag, so they say, so the kids say, right? When she's able to do a little bit of everything.
6 from the ServPro line, according to my count here tonight for Lily Bell.
Yeah, 6 in the second half, 7 total free throws.
7 total for Lily Bell.
Nope, you're right, 5. I can't count. 6. I'm a Phi Ed major, not a math major.
Back up top for Berryhill, downtown, just off the front of the rim. Here comes Fricky on the run and gun, has Lamore with her. Fricky puts it up. Oh, just didn't get the friendly Bismarck roll by any means.
Just not her night tonight. She really hasn't got any of those rolls that she usually gets.
Severson knows the spot to hit. 3 in a row from right there for Severson. She's had a good second half. 16 total for Severson in the ballgame.
Some frustration right now from some of the Minot High players, just about, not sure what, but a little frustration being shown.
Well, Jason Schwartz is going to have a conversation with him. 55-45, Minot's got the lead with under 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in regulation.
Facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Down to 2:37 to play in regulation of the first of two tonight. From Bismarck, number 1, Minot, led by Lily Bell here in this ball game. Taking on Legacy, ranked number 4 in the state. Nick Holbert, Joe Cattell on the call, taken away. Severson's got it here. She'll lay it up on the easy land, and Allie Severson.
I'm telling you, she is one of the best defenders in the state. I've seen her guard on ball now 3 or 4 games already this year, and nobody gets easy looks on Hallie Severson.
18 of the contest for Severson. Bell went inside, just off the mark. Outside, Severson goes to her left. Blocked by Lily Bell. Comes back away here now for the Sabers. Jump shot in the paint. Buckle up tight, Joe. Donhauer just made it interesting.
Yeah, I got it back to 6, and something's going on with mine. They're kind of, just feel like they're kind of out of sync for some reason, whatever that reason is. And a stop here from Legacy could go a long way in the last minute.
Lamore up top with the basketball. She surveys here. Carew off to Lily Bell.
Like they put it in the right girl's hands.
8 on the shot clock for Lily. Drives in the paint, puts it up off the window and in.
Yeah, that's how you settle frustration right there. Find your go-to player, go get a right-handed layup, and end this basketball game.
Approaching the final minute of regulation. Here's Berryhill on the left hand. Put it up. Bennett's going to be charged with the foul as Bennett had the shot blocked down to the baseline.
Good call there on the baseline by the referee, John Meyer. Magi defender jumped from one spot to another, causing some contact.
Bennett's been quiet here in this ball game, averaging just under 10 per night. She's only got 2 in the ball game here.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I thought, hearing about, she's one of those girls that can really stroke it too and make jump shots, and just kind of surprised that she wasn't able to knock some down against that zone.
57-50, Minot's got the lead. Fricky with the basketball. Fricky from coast to coast, put it up, bounces, count the bucket, and she's fouled, and Fricky will go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Ryan Family Dealerships brings you a look at the replay. Ryan Family Dealerships, 50 years has been the trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. It's Ryan Family Dealerships. We do apologize. From the free throw line on that replay, it was Maggie Fricky that added to her resume on the night. Fouls on Fricky.
What is that? Someone playing the drums somewhere?
I don't know what that is, my friend. Is the band going to be here tonight?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Berryhill is off the mark.
We got a hot mic somewhere.
60-50, Minot's got the lead. They're on their way here. 10 seconds separates the game clock from the shot clock as Fricky takes some air out of the basketball up at the top of the key. Lely sets the screen for Fricky. Comes back away now here for Fricky inside. She puts it up. Off the mark. Final 17 seconds. Well, there's one more timeout coming here with 12.9 seconds left in regulation. Stick around for our planning team financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show here tonight. You can vote for our player of the game here this evening. Let us know who you think that is on the Twitter handle. Kind of hard to argue with a young lady scoring the way that she has. Lily Bell having quite a season from out of high school. Only a sophomore. Well, Minot High had some adversity early in this ballgame with the way that Jim Petrick's Legacy Sabers came out and defended. Their game plan worked well. This game's not over yet, by the way, either, with 13.5.
Pretty close. Pretty close. It's a matter of time here. But, no, you're right. I think, going on the road, having a different game plan against you, something brand new that happened, and definitely a different, probably something that they haven't seen a lot of. So good job of figuring it out, finding different ways to get Lely the ball, and really breaking it after halftime.
Minot will get the ball across the half-court line, and that will just about do it tonight here at Legacy's campus. At the half, 25-24. Final score, the Majettes end up with 60. The Sabers end up with 52 here tonight. Planning Team Financial, Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next. We'll have our move of the game. We'll also have our MVP brought to you by Sport Clips. That all comes up next as Joe and I will break it down in the postgame brought to you by Planning Team Financial at Shots Crossroads.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Minot gets the win on the road tonight, 60-52 over the Legacy Sabers. Minot ranked number 1 in the state, Legacy ranked number 4. We ended up with a good ball game. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Nick Colbert, Joe Cattell on the call here tonight. Joe, first things first, anytime you get 2 ranked opponents like that, you know you're in store for a good one. That game really didn't disappoint, did it?
No, it really didn't. I thought it was a very strategic, analytical game for a long time there. Coach Petrick was kind of throwing some curveballs at the Minot Majettes, and Majettes were able to answer. And they didn't play their best game. I don't think anybody's going to sit here and say that was Fricky's best basketball game or Bennett's best basketball game, but they were able to get a good night out of Lily Bell, a really good night out of Eve Knutson, and were able to kind of just pull away and withstand. I don't know if it's Legacy's best shot, but a really good shot from Legacy. And I think on the other end, Legacy can feel confident that, you know, they have the players to compete for about 30 minutes of that basketball game. Legacy was good, was right there within 1 or 2 possessions. They just couldn't withstand, 4 deep three-pointers from Lily Bell in the second half at the end of the day.
Legacy falls to 9-3 overall, 5-3 inside the conference. Minot improves to 10-2 overall on the year and 6-0 inside the region. With our total game numbers, you have those tallied for us?
Yeah,
I'm sure you do. It's Joe Cattell that's got our game reset to the numbers presented by Ryan Family Dealerships.
Yeah, the Sabers scored 52 points. They were led in scoring tonight from 18 points from Hallie Severson. Had a really good night, especially in the second half with 14 points. 13 from Mia Berryhill, 12 from Brooklyn Felkley. Kind of a quiet second half for her with only 3 points. 7 from Whitney Welk, all in the first half. And 2 points for Callie Duenhauer for a total of 52 points. For the Minot Majettes, they were led in scoring by who else? Lily Bell, 29 points, 21 of those coming in the second half off of 4 3-point baskets that were from the 28-foot volleyball stripe. 12 points from Eve Knutson, 4 3-pointers all from left corner, 3 of them in the second half. 11 from Maggie Fricky, 6 for Karua Amore, who scored all 6 of hers in the first half, and 2 for Presley Bennett for a total of 60 points to move the Majettes to undefeated in the WDA again. Continue.
Well, we've got our player of the game joining us right now. It's Lily Bell that is here with us in the booth after tonight's contest. And what a contest it was for her here tonight, Lily, with quite a performance. First things first, do you ever get sick of scoring that many points? My goodness, you got to be getting tired at some point, aren't you?
I get tired, yeah.
He's a hockey guy. He doesn't understand that you can score more than 2 points in a game.
Inside looks, outside looks. It seems like your game is so well-rounded, but lately this 3-ball has just been fun to watch. What's been the difference in your game as of late in your mind?
I think I'm being more confident in shooting the ball without thinking about it. So that's really important, especially when my team needs it.
Nice game here tonight. Legacy's a ranked team, and they gave you guys a bit of a fight. They caused some trouble for you early on. What was the message in the locker room at the half?
I think if we just stayed calm, because staying calm was our best bet. None of us freaked out on the court. None of us we just stayed calm and I made sure our whole team stayed calm.
Yeah, talk a little bit about Eve Knutson. You were able to find her a couple times there in the corner, especially after you got hot there and had to find somebody else when you got 3 girls wrapped around you. Talk a little bit about Eve stepping up.
Yeah, it's really important to see other girls, because once we have a momentum, once I have momentum, my whole team gets a momentum. If Maggie has a momentum, if anyone has momentum, our whole team gets rolling.
Nice job here tonight. Another nice win for you.
Thank you.
That's Lily Bell, our player of the game, brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. We need to grab Lily for a quick picture if we can there. Owen, my friend. Lily goes off again here tonight.
Waving at my good friend Jay Clabundi down there on the sideline. He looks good.
Speaking of looking good, Minot High Legacy getting warmed up. Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game show continuing on. MVP brought to you by Sport Clips tonight. We just heard from that young lady. Sport Clips, home of the MVP haircut experience. I am the app. You can sign in right online, Joe. It's quick, it's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Sport Clips of Minot and Bismarck. Move of the game tonight brought to you by our friends at Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. You know, there's a lot of plays in this contest, I think, that are definitely in that conversation for our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. But to me, it's got to be one of those 3-pointers that either Bell or Knutson hit in the second half to really kind of carry Minot away with a win here tonight.
Yeah, I had her second one at the 10:57 mark, and she was hounded by Welk, and that one really separated them. I think it gave them a 4-point lead, and they never really looked back from that. The one I had earlier was in the first half when she found Eve Knutson in the corner for a 3, and that took Minot's first lead of the game. I think that was at the 3:55 mark. 3:55, that was 19-17. Think about that. The score was 19-17 in the next 23 minutes. Lily Bell basically led them to another 41 points after that. So unbelievable job from Minot High today to kind of weather the storm. Wasn't their best basketball game. Wasn't the smoothest of basketball games from them. The zone was a little clunky for a while there. But at the end of the day, they got a road win, and road wins go a long ways in the WDA.
Yeah, they're not easy to come by, that's for sure. Well, the boys are going to match up next. We're going to reset the cockpit and get ready for the boys' showdown. What do you expect in this next one before we turn the gears to the boys matchup.
I'm excited to see Minot High. I haven't seen them yet this year. I've heard some unbelievable things. You know, obviously they coming out, a lot of those kids coming off a state football title, really got their winning ways set right now, and Coach Winchesty's got them playing very well. Legacy's one of those teams that has really shown signs of a team that, you know, can be one of those top 4 teams in the WDA, but they just haven't been able to finish a couple games. So be interesting to see here if Legacy's got some blows. Parker Falcon and Kupfer, two of the top WDA players, you know, heading against Minot High tonight. It should be a fun matchup.
Should be a lot of fun. Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads brought you our post game. We'll reset the cockpit and get ready for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. It's the Magents taking down the Sabers in game number 1. Now the boys rumble next here on the PSP Network.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold. Trusted for decades and decades to come.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Well, the WDA season's kind of like a good night at the lake. It's never long enough. Before you know it, it's over. We're in the heart of it right now, and tonight we've got a big one on the PSP Network as the Legacy Sabers at 7-4 host the #1 ranked team in the state, the Magi from Minot High, coming in perfect on the year at 11-0. Nick Holbert, Joe Cattell here for our pregame show, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change with locations in Minot and Bismarck. You can't beat it. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. It's quick, it's convenient. Valvoline Instant Oil Change brings you the pregame for the showdown, where #1 Minot is on the road here tonight against a couple of the top players inside of the conference in Falcon and Comfort coming into the showdown here tonight. We know that we're going to be in store for a good one with some of the top players on the court, with Winchesky and Conklin in their own right. What is the real bread and butter of this matchup here on each side if you want to come away with a win here tonight?
I think it's going to come down to rebounding. Legacy's kind of downfall in every one of their losses this year. They just haven't been as physical as their opponents, and they really, I talked to Coach Horner a lot, and that's kind of his biggest stressor is we need to rebound the basketball. We need all 5 guys on the floor to be physical, and if who kind of brings the physicality to this game is going to be the victor for sure.
Take a look at the standings inside of the West region coming in to this showdown on a Friday night here. You look at where we sit inside of the conference, Joe, and Minot's at #1. So is Century. However, both teams are 6-0 on the year. Bismarck's got that program turned in the right direction. They've won 5 straight. The Demons at 5-2. Legacy, they've got a win over Williston most recently. They currently sit #4. Mandan's at #5. Dickinson's at 6. St. Mary's at 7. Jamestown, then Williston round out the league right now for the top 9 and the 9 in the WDA. St. Mary's is at Mandan tonight. Dickinson's at Jamestown. So some big games, including this one. Century is at Bismarck High, a game that you can watch on the PSP Network. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey have the call of that one. How much stake do you put into a mid-season matchup like this as far as seeding is concerned and those standings? Obviously, you want to be in the top 4 come tournament time, or at least be at the top of that ladder. But do you weigh heavy on coming out of here with a win tonight?
Well, yeah, I mean, you never play not to win, and I think Coach Winchesky wants to kind of solidify them in Century at the top, and obviously that game got canceled a week ago, and kind of a bummer for everybody, but we'll get it eventually. But they want to kind of be the two cream on top of the crop, and Legacy right now they don't have that signature win. They don't have that win. They've played good. They played really good against Mandan. They played good against Bismarck. They had Century on the ropes, but they just don't have that signature win. They're kind of like the little brother right now, just trying to get the big brother one time. And so it's been a long time since Legacy and has knocked off the Magi. And I know Coach Horner wants to get one, whether it's in January, February, or March. He doesn't care. He wants to figure out a way to get these guys over the hump and start building some confidence.
Well, you'll see from the voting this week in the media, that Fargo South, Legacy, and Bismarck and boys basketball all receive votes.
Fargo North,
excuse me. The teams that aren't on that top 5 of Bismarck High and Legacy getting some of those votes. I voted for both of those teams. I think Legacy is legitimate. Not everybody agreed with me because we've got Minot at number 1, Century at 2, Fargo North at 3, Grand Forks Central's at number 4. Yeah. Cheyenne and Davies tied for 5th right now. So the media across the state of North Dakota has these teams placed in this order here tonight.
We're going to learn a lot tonight about the next 2 nights about Legacy. Not only do they play tonight, but they go out to Cheyenne tomorrow and play. They got a gauntlet in the next 48 hours, and so probably 24 hours now. So they got to get they got a lot to prove, and they're going to have some opportunities here in the next 2 nights.
Taking a look at the top players inside the conference. Hudson Sheldon. This is numbers as of the 14th of January, by the way, so some of these have gone up. Hudson Sheldon, 21.8 for him. Benning from St. Mary's at 22. St. Romain from Williston at 23. Lamp from Jamestown at 21. Tonight we see Parker Falcon at 21.6. There's your top 5 inside the conference.
And the interesting part about that is you don't see a Century or a Minot High kid on there. That's how balanced they are. That's how many different weapons that those 2 teams have. And that's the scary part. You know, and obviously Minot High has Fricky, the girls have Fricky and Lily Bell, and they're so good it doesn't matter how much you concentrate on them. For the boys, the top 2 boys team, they're so balanced that anybody, any night could beat you.
There you take a good look at Parker Falcon on your screen. He wears number 24 for Legacy. Comfort wears number 15. Those 2 young men, look for them to be big here tonight. Speaking of big, Grayson Schaefer is going to go up for the opening tip, but talk about a rebounder and an underrated player. First, the opening tip brought to you by 701 Realty and Andrew Goodmanson. Big thanks to 701 Realty for bringing you high school hoops tonight on the PSP Network. Well, I sound like I know what I'm talking about. There's Grayson Schaefer up with the first 2 points of the ball game.
Well, what a benefit to be able to put Conklin and Schaefer right next to each other out there, and a guy the length of Schnell next to him. I mean, they just got so much size. It's a little overwhelming already at the start.
Weigel, 3-land off the mark. Rebound pulled down with Chesky.
Brody Weigel, the sophomore, catching the starting lineup for the first time tonight.
Count the bucket and the foul. Conklin goes up on the lay-in, and Conklin's got his first 2 of the ball game. Ryan Family Dealerships brings you look at that replay. We do apologize. We tried to get back from it. Conklin made it from the ServPro line. Minot's got an early 5-0 lead over the Sabers in the first matchup of the year between these 2 programs. Most recent matchup, they played for 5th at the state tournament last year with the basketball turnaround jump shot. Rising up, just missing. That was Parker Falcon. Good to see Falcon back after that injury at that stage.
Yeah, had that big game last year, that nasty injury in the consolation championship. He was out for quite a while with that broken wrist.
Not fun to see that one, no. Joe, by any means.
Especially not in that kind of, I don't want to say meaningless game, but a game that really didn't matter, and definitely hindered his spring. Just being able to write in class and type, it really was a challenge for him, I know, in school.
Inside look, Grayson Schaefer.
Quick timeout from Coach Troner. Doesn't like giving up 3 layups in the first 1.5 minutes.
7-0. Minot High off to an early lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Tonight's basketball coverage on the PSP Network is brought to you by our friends at the UPS Store. UPS Store located at the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS Store. Planet Pizza also brings you the ball game here tonight. Planet Pizza, home to the 30-inch Galactic. I like it for the Blue Buffalo, or just a plain cheese. Planet Pizza truly is out of this world. Nick Colbert, Joe Cattell on the call. Legacy's in white, Minot High's in maroon. And it's been all Magi early on here after the Jason Horner timeout. What do you think the big message was at that timeout just a few moments ago?
Stop giving up layups.
There's Conklin
For
inside.
layup. Yeah, and you got to keep guys off the glass. You give up a quick three, you get the miss. You got to be able to clean that rebound up. And Conklin's just there for the easy bunny. This is danger of going really south really fast if Century can't, or if Legacy can't figure out how to find an easy bucket somewhere.
They'll try from the corner with a little stop and pop jump shot. Torski. Grayson Schaefer up top and around the horn from Fisher Johnson. He gets it back. Johnson down to the baseline to Conklin inside. Conklin denied. Kupfer. Conklin somehow gets the ball and goes up and scores.
He got the ball because he wanted it more. He absolutely demanded the basketball there. Went and grabbed it with two hands and went up and got a layup.
Conklin off to play football at North Dakota State University for the Bison. Kupfer in the paint. Turnaround against Schaefer. Teardrop.
Good take there from Kupfer. Good to see him be able to get back to his right hand there. He's kind of a player known to only go left. Nice adjustment there to spin back to his left shoulder and score with the right hand.
Look at Winchesky dancing through. Winchesky saying, don't forget about me in the 14.7 that I average tonight. And Winchesky gives the Magi a 13-4 lead.
Yeah, broken record. That's 6 layups that Minot has scored now. Got to be able to protect the paint a little bit better if you're the Sabers.
Falcon outside the arc. Double team now as in comes Shell to help out with Winchesky. Oh, the Magi thought they had it. The official had the best look at it. They were going to say Legacy basketball.
Yeah, no, I think he was right there on it. Had a quick call there. Good defense there by Shell and Winchesky on Parker Falcon and giving them a short shot clock here. Only 7 left on the clock. Got to get one up.
Shot clock down to 4, now 3. Kupfer's going to have to make that. Falcon's going to have to hurry.
Good defense there by Fisher.
Fisher
Johnson, yep.
Got the rim. Minot High's Johnson has it on the far side now. This is Nelson. Off to Winchesky, the All-West Region player. Open. Fisher Johnson for 3. No, rebound pulled away. Falcon dished it off here, and here comes Brody Weigel. Sabres come in at 7-4 receiving votes in the pool. 3-2 at home tonight. 4-2 on the road on the season. You mentioned it, and I think that's a wise way of saying it. They're just missing that token win on the season.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, they beat the teams they're supposed to beat, and they've competed in all the other games. They just haven't been able to get that big win.
Torski from downtown, and Torski nets his first 3 of tonight's ball game for the Legacy Sabres.
Really good play there by Nelson, trying to draw a charge. Had a lot of confusion there in the lane, just wasn't able to get the call.
Weigel with possession. Inside for Kupfer. Kupfer, turnaround. Left hand, no good. Rebound pulled away now by the Magi, and here comes Conklin again. Inside, Fisher Johnson slipped. Uh-oh.
Is Braden Nelson really just a sophomore?
That may be a typo on that list, my friend.
I thought he was a little older than that. Is he a senior?
I think he's a senior.
He's going off to play baseball at Crookston, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a typo on that sheet. Good eye.
I just was going to say, he looks pretty big sophomore. Just a nice bench player coming off as opposed to be able to step in and fill in some minutes there for Schaefer on the bench. It's awesome.
Who's the holder for the football team on the kick team? Point after, of course, shot clock violation there, by the way.
Family friends of the Nelsons, and we definitely watched him. He didn't hesitate to get up and start celebrating as soon as that football left his fingertip. He knew it was going in.
Kellenberg putting it through the uprights to win a state title. First one in 45 years for the Magi. What a magical night that was.
That was a great football game. Holy cow.
43 years, excuse me. We don't need to make it any worse on Minot High than it already was.
Winning breeds winning. A lot of basketball players on that team won some games, and now football players won, and breeding wins winning. You'll probably see a few more wins now from then on out.
Speaking of football, there's the quarterback beater battling inside. Up to Nelson, open 3 land off the mark. Gets his own rebound. Minot dominating the board battle right now. Nelson cleans it up and puts it in for his first 2 of the ball game.
My favorite call of the year is Chauncey Henderson should win Coach of the Year unless the refs want to replay that one too. So
you listened to the game, did you?
still probably my favorite call ever.
I thought we had officially turned the page on my call from the state championship football game. Well,
hey, when it's that good, you got to just own it.
Here's the deal, and I'm sure that there's some people out there that enjoy the call. I'm sure I've got the haters out there as well. I know for a fact I do. However, one thing you have to appreciate is the homework and the passion. That's what you get out of me. I'll tell you that right now. Around the horn for the Magi. No video replays tonight, but Landon Bedell goes up just off the mark inside. Monon's had their looks in close here in this ball game.
Yeah, another layup opportunity there, and just not taking advantage of it.
Bedell off to Winchesky.
Just impressed by the size of Minot. I mean, even their guards are long and active and athletic and strong.
Landon Bedell from downtown. He hits first three of the ball game for the Magi. They lead 18-7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. There was a lot of reviews of that title game, though, wasn't there?
It wasn't to not. There's some things I don't even know if you can review. I didn't even know you had review in high school football until that game.
You and I both, my friend. Try being on the call for it.
I don't remember seeing any reviews in Garrison Max football. That's all I know.
10:43 left here in the first half. 18-7. Minot High's got the lead. Well, if you're Dean Winchesky right now, are you satisfied with the starts?
Yeah, he's been able to rotate 9 kids in so far. Everyone has played hard. You're 8 minutes into a basketball game, up 11 on the road, and you've made 9 layups. I think you're pretty happy.
Dean Winchesky, one of the all-time greats in our state. Jason Horner's been around for a long time as well. Previously at Mandan, state title champion, a champion caliber coach. Bedell goes up, and Bedell with the height, 6'6". Use that wingspan to tip it up and in, and Bedell's got himself 5, and Minot High's got a 13-point lead.
Yeah, just rebounding. They can't say it enough that anytime Minot's had an opportunity to get an offensive rebound putback, they've gotten it.
Jason Horner and Dean Winchesky, good friends. They played basketball at Minot State together.
Sure did.
Talk about coaches in the state with quite a history together. That was Shell that ended up into a legacy player. It's just going to be a ball out of play, no call on the play, as Brody Weigel ended up on the ground and took the worst of that collision there. That's not an easy one to take.
Yeah, he may have fell before the contact happened. I think that was a good no call from the officials. That might have worked in the sophomore game, but it probably doesn't. That one doesn't work in the varsity one.
Bart Manson was also a part of that Minot State program around that time that Winchesky and Horner played.
Garth Lemke was a name in there too.
Talked about it during the girls' game here tonight. Joe brought up Minot State. Matt Merkin's club this year ranked in the top 25 in D2 basketball. There's Nelson inside on the feed from Conklin. Minot High is buzzing early on in this one. The Magi lead 22-7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Tonight's ballgame on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by our friend Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots and senior portraits. One of the best in the business. Mason Kramer can be found online, MasonKramerPhotography.com. Shields also brings you the ballgame tonight. Shields of Minot and Bismarck present the Player of the Week each and every week on the PSP Network social media platforms. You can nominate a player or vote for this week's Player of the Week on the PSP Network social media platforms. Shields, a proud supporter of our mission of promoting local athletes. They've got everything from fashion to footwear, you name it, for Christmas. I was saying this the other day. I said it last night during the Bismarck High Minot High hockey broadcast. Minot won 10-0, by the way. That my in-laws gave me some cash for Christmas. I went to Shields and I got the practice perfect practice.
Oh, the putting thing,
The putting thing. it kicks the ball back to you.
Oh, yeah. It's not even like electronic. It's just like good engineering.
It's great engineering. I made 13 in a row the other day.
Putts just like the Minot Country Club, just nice and smooth.
Can't even wait for summertime, my friend. Nelson tosses it to Winchesky. Somehow they keep it alive to Conklin. Outside, Schaefer downtown. Magi looking like the Globetrotters on this possession. They get the ball back.
I was about to say, he right now has Conklin at the 3, Nelson at the 4, Schaefer at the 5, and Schnell, who's 6'3", at the 2. I mean, and Winchesky at the point, who's also about 6'3". Like, he's switching 1 through 5 right now, not having any worries at all out there.
Look at Conklin go up and go to work. Conklin's got 9 now. That's a young man that I don't want to say was in the shadow of Derek Doucette, because that's a Batman shadow. That's something completely different. Downtown. Sawyer Grum for 3. However, Conklin now with the reins, if you will, and the opportunity to kind of be that guy.
Yeah, they're just a different team, right? Yep.
He has just really been a lot of fun to watch. And
he's a winner, dude. He's just so physical, so tough. I watched him play this summer and the spring a little bit. I watched him dive after millions of loose balls in meaningless AAU games, but it might as well have been the state tournament for him. He was chasing down block shots and running into first rows of bleachers, and he just absolutely only knows one speed, and he's just an absolute guy that wants to win, and he wants to take your throat out while you're doing it.
Just can't teach that.
No, it's hard to.
Winchesky
really
off the mark, back to Schaefer. Schaefer to Conklin. Conklin tried to go inside, but it was knocked away by Kupfer. Kupfer brings it back across here for the Sabers. Trailing by 14. Kupfer gets it back inside. He's got Shell on top of him. Kupfer goes to work at the cup and puts it in for his 4th point of the game.
Good patience there by Kupfer, getting to his left hand, giving a couple shot fakes there, keeping a strong base, getting to a full extension for the layup.
Here's Conklin on the far wing. Conklin looking up top, back to Schaefer, around down to Winchesky. Winchesky trying to find Nelson, taken away. Here come the Sabers again with Kupfer. Kupfer off to his left, worked around the horn. Falcon downtown. Falcon nailed it.
A little bit of a groove here from Legacy. Good to see a little life. Kupfer with the steal, brings it coast to toast. Extra pass to a really phenomenal three-point shooter.
First points of the ball game for Parker Falcon. Leads the conference in threes. He's got 34 of them on the year, Joe. Quite a season here for Kupfer and Falcon. Falcon, the gentleman, took the assist from Kupfer. Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network is brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air, no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online, northern-plains.com. Factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. Follow the play on Minot High, I do believe.
Yeah, a little moving screen there. A little moving screen on the baseline, just didn't get set and clipped a Saber player.
Winchesky charged with the first for the Magi in the ball game. Pretty good. They haven't had a foul yet till the 6:42 mark of this contest in the first half. Falcon up top. Around the horn it comes for the Magicians again on the defensive end of the floor, trying to shut down some of the top producers in the West region. They've done so nicely early on, but there's a foul on that play.
Got to move your feet there if you're Schaefer. He had him in a really tough position to make a pass, but just decided to reach it and go for a kind of unorthodox steal instead of just moving his feet.
Sabres, a team that averages 75 points per game coming in. They give up 68. There's going to be a foul on the play here. This will be a shooting foul, as that time it was Peyton Shell that's going to be charged, I do believe.
That's a scouting report error there from Minot. They let Kupfer get back to his left hand. You got to make him, left-handed player likes to go left, got to make him, he likes to spin back left, got to make him finish that right-handed. Coach Winchesky's going to give him a little reminder right now about that.
Well, Dean Winchesky surpassed 400 wins earlier this year, says, hey, we need to talk a couple things over. By the way, the WDA tournament coming to the PSP Network. Man, are we jacked to bring that to you, folks. That's going to be a great tournament. Watch every single game live. 2 courts side by side at the event center in Bismarck. And we'll have our staff there to bring you every game. you haven't already done so, make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube as well. You'd be amazed what that does for our mission in promoting local athletes on the number of likes and follows that we have, the number of subscribers on YouTube. Of course, the more likes and follows, the more views on those games, and that's good for our marketing partners that fund our entire mission of promoting local athletes. And frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here. So you, the fans, can help us out in a large way by liking and following and asking your friends to do the same thing. Comfort puts it in from the ServPro free throw line. Comfort 1 for 2 from the ServPro stripe, and Legacy clawing their way back in.
Fighting, showing some fight, showing some heart. Good to see. Into a zone now, just to try to keep the ball out of the paint. We need to be able to contest without fouling now and rebound. Good box out there from, who's that, Sawyer? Who's number 3? Oh, Kalen Lucas out there. Nice box out from him.
Deep 3. Missed for Falcon. Rebound again here for Minot High. Schaefer, and now Conklin sets it up. Conklin to Winchesky. Around the horn they went to Caden Hell, back to Winchesky. Winchesky's way deep. NBA land off the mark. Sabers went up after the basketball. Who's going to get possession here? The officials are going to come together.
Yeah, the ref just kind of got tackled on there. He probably closed his eyes so he didn't get hit by Conklin on that one. So good job from the officials to come together and get that one right. I know I would duck if Conklin was coming at me.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't need that hospital bill.
Conklin trying to skip it into Winchesky. He tossed it out of play. We're under 5.5 to play.
Minot's lost their edge a little bit here with the Sabres comeback. They kind of need to regain focus here before half and regain that control they had early in the game.
Sabres with possession. Torski and deep. Foul on the Magi. That one on Conklin. What changed in the last 6 minutes here that has caused Minot High to create some, or to commit some fouls, I should say?
I think they just got a little comfortable and they stopped moving their feet. They got a little bit bigger lineup in there. Maybe they're having just trouble staying with the guards of the Sabres, but definitely. And then just that's back-to-back left-handed layups from Lucas Kupfer. You just got to be able to force him in a different direction. That's kind of his go-to, and he's good at getting there, but got to be a little bit better on a scouting report than that.
Winchesky on top. Far side, Helm off the mark.
Here's the other thing. They're settling for jump shots again and not getting back to that layups and offensive rebounds. And you get that thing pounded inside to Conklin and Schaefer again.
Well, Minot's going cold as ice here. Cue up Foreigner's greatest hits right now. And Legacy will take it. As Kupfer against Conklin. Conklin stripped it from him. Then Winchesky was stripped on the play. Weigel got it back. Worked inside down to Lucas. Back up top. Deep 3 on its way. Weigel from downtown. We've got ourselves a ball game in the first half.
Brody Weigel is a kid that, as a sophomore, really started off slow. Got some playing time early. I think he was shooting like 8 or 18% first 5 or 6 games, and coach stuck with him. And against Century, I think he had 4 3-pointers, and now has really started to heat up a little bit in his sophomore campaign.
Helm was off the mark. Back the other direction we go now for the Sabres. They've got possession again. A chance to tie here. It's taken by Falcon. Dishes off. Kupfer inside. Kupfer goes up. Oh, he's fouled on the play.
Good find there from Falcon. Getting to the lane there. He turns down a Lily Bell 3-pointer to get in the lane and find his teammate for a layup attempt and a foul.
If you're just joining us tonight, Minot High girls got a victory over Legacy here tonight.
And if you're just joining us, Lily Bell hit 3 threes from where he caught that basketball.
She was fun to watch again.
She is special. She is a special basketball player.
Sophomore game wrapped up a few moments ago. Right next door, the Minot High sophomore team beat Legacy 100-82. Talk about a shootout over there.
Feel sorry for those refs. They had to run up and down the court quite a bit tonight.
2-point ball game. Minot with the lead. 3:40 to play here opening half.
Look at you. You even know the sophomore score. You're like a professional.
Nelson from downtown. Well, we're lucky here tonight because we're on the track up on the top of Legacy's gymnasium. So when you're in the mix with all the people up here, it's easy to get that information.
That's right. That's 11 first half points for Conklin already.
Conklin leading all scorers in the ballgame. Conklin's going to take it away. Hang on tight, Joe. Conklin's going to go up. He lays it up. Not with enough finesse as he was guarded heavily on that play up towards the rack from Schumacher. But Schumacher's going to be charged with the foul on the play. When you see Conklin break away like that, you got to be ready for the rim rocker, my friend.
Yeah, you do. He is a bouncy young man. Like to see him jump stop there, let the defender go by him and get the easy bucket himself, but his buddy and teammate Eric Winchesky right there to clean up the board for him. Good hustle from Eric.
Winchesky from the ServPro free throw line, now 1 for 1. 5-point lead again for the Magi. ServPro 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology at ServPro. Winchesky perfect on both from the line. A good free throw shooter for the Magi. Like that number to come up just a bit, however, sitting at 55%.
Jay Klabunde told me it pronounced Wisniewski. And to make sure I got that right this game, it's Eric Wisniewski. He was just trying to set me up for failure, that's all.
Rebound, put back, Conklin again.
I think that was Bodell. Bedell.
Landon Bedell, excuse me.
Bedell got that one.
Bedell having himself a game. Bedell averaging 3.6. He's topped that, almost doubled it. Well, he has doubled it. Bedell's got 7.
Nice move there from Park and a little reverse pivot. Gets to the middle of the lane, jump stops, shot fakes, and gets it off the glass. Good take there from Parker. Adding a little bit of drive to his repertoire.
Fisher Johnson trying to go inside. Kupfer got an arm on the basketball. I love the legacy outfits. I think that the Vegas gold, black and white is strong.
And they got the strong, for military night, they got the green pride, American flag shirts on too. They look good tonight.
I like it. My only gripe with anything legacy is that
can't read their numbers.
Those gold numbers are tough to read on the white, my friend. High school football is almost impossible when you get those guys in a football matchup. Winchesky, you can see that one all the way, and Winchesky's pure from three land. Eric Winchesky, 23rd three-pointer of the year, and the Magi extend the lead to 32-24.
That might have just been a pull-up jumper, my friend.
Thank you, Joe.
Inside the arc. Parker Falcon again. Strong reverse pivot again. Bounces on, gets good positioning, goes up strong. Going to get the and one here for Parker. Let's see if he can get to 8.
Back-to-back buckets for him.
You're so concentrated on the jersey number, you didn't know where the line was.
Well, I was thinking, my brain ran it back, and what's funny about it, and you can see this one all the way for 3, he says, and it was only for 2, you know.
And I looked at you, and I knew exactly what you were thinking. That was not for 3.
Falcon drops it in from the ServPro free throw line. We saw that one all the way for sure.
We sure did. Hey, 5-point basketball game here. This was up into the 12-14 range at one time, and ever since Kupfer kind of got it going and got that steal and got Falcon to 3, they've been cruising a little bit.
Well, you mentioned it. Legacy was in jeopardy of being out to sea without a paddle, my friend, and they've certainly fought back in nicely here in the middle portion of the tail end of this first half. That pass came inside, intended for Nelson. It went off the hand and out of play. Minot gets the ball back. Hey, we want to congratulate Minot High's cheerleaders for winning the Best of the Midwest in Fargo last weekend. 24 hockey and basketball cheerleaders secured the grand champion status for the 3rd year in a row. The team won at all 3 large team division events and 4 small group events, as well as the best choreography. Nice job to the Minot High cheerleaders. The best of the West, best of the Midwest in the three-peat. Got quite a program there. Off the mark, no good. Scrumming for the basketball. It's going to go off of a Saber here on the near side on the excellent effort. There from Bedell, make that Caden Helm rather.
A good hustle there, making the extra play, popping it off the legacy player and getting the ball back. Really good extra effort there with under a minute to go, having the chance to stretch this lead a little bit.
The importance of the next 48 seconds would be what in your mind?
Minot holding the lead, maybe stretching it to 10, and the exact opposite for Legacy. See if you can't tie this thing up. Do not let it stretch to 10. That would defeat the purpose of that nice comeback they just had. Keeping games under 10 at halftime, 1 and 2 possessions is always kind of the key, especially when you're the dog.
Fisher Johnson's going to go to the ServPro free throw line. He was fouled on the play. It was Brody Weigel that was charged with his first. Johnson off the mark. .66% from the stripe for Fisher Johnson on the year. Second one is up and in. Sabers with the basketball. 7 seconds the difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Yeah. Robidoux into the ball game. He tossed that one away here on the near side. Jonathan Robidoux coming into his own last year. He kind of emerged during that WDA basketball tournament. The 6'3" junior forward. He'll log some minutes for the Legacy Sabres. He averages 7.6 points per game. He's knocked down 8 3-pointers in his junior campaign. Shot clock's off. Final possession of the first half if Minot wants it to be, as Conklin's got it here with 10 seconds. Conklin to Winchesky. Winchesky, step back, 3-pointer. Hit the side of the backboard. Robidoux down with the rebound. Here come the Sabres. One more chance. Can they get it off with comfort? They can't. And we are through one half of basketball. The Magi lead 33-27 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Halftime report comes up next. It's brought to you by Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow it. Magic Towing brings you the halftime. Joe and I will have the numbers of the first half, the highlights, and a look around the league as well. The Magi are up at the break in this West Region affair.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Halftime on the PSP Network. Brought to you by Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. It's Magic Towing at 701-509-4011. Number one Minot's got 33 receiving votes. Legacy's got 27. It's Nick Holberg and Joe Cattell on the call here this evening. Joe, that had a chance in the first half of getting carried away.
They could have shut the door on them real fast.
Yeah. What was the big difference maker in your mind to see Legacy claw back the way they did?
Well, I think they stopped giving. They went to a zone for a little bit. They just really stopped letting the penetration happen. They did a better job of boxing out. I don't think Conklin had an offense rebound after that second timeout of Coach Horner's. They just did a better job of protecting the paint and not giving up layups. At one time, it was 10. They had 24 points, and 10 of it was layups. 20 of the points were layups. So they just did a really, really good job of kind of shutting the door on the paint, making them shoot from the outside. Now, they made a couple, but they were able to force some jump shots, get some long defensive rebounds, and then take it down the other end. And Parker Falcon did a really good job of, after he made that three, really asserting himself, getting into the rim, finding his teammate for layups, also getting himself going a little bit. And Kupfer as well. Kupfer got to his left hand twice, spun back to his right, and got to the free throw line another. Just really good job of those two guys being aggressive, taking charge a little bit. Both of them ended up with 8 points in the first half. Just kind of took charge and kind of calmed the seas a little bit on the game for the Legacy.
Ryan Family Dealerships brings you a look at the first half individual stats. Ryan, for 50 years, has been the trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com or visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. With those first half numbers, here's Joe.
Yeah, we have, for the Legacy Sabers, we have 8 points from Lucas Kupfer, all from inside the arc. 8 points from Parker Falcon, hit 1 3-pointer. 5 points from Jaron Torski, including a 3-pointer. Brody Weigel with a 3, and Sawyer Grubb with a 3 for a total of 27 points. For the Minot High Magicians, they were led in scoring by 11 from Logan Conklin, 7 from Landon Budell. Eric Winchesky with 6, 4 from Braden Nelson, 4 for Grayson Schaefer, and 1 for Fisher Johnson for a total of 33. So really, really balanced scoring again for the Majettes, or the Magi, excuse me. And for the Sabers, it's a two-headed monster of Kupfer and Falcon. So again, second half, nothing's different. You can't let the physical play beat you if you're the Legacy Sabers. You got to be able to stand your ground and fight back a little bit. And they just got to keep leaning on Falcon and Kupfer. Hopefully those two can find open guys, and open guys can make shots. Sawyer Grubb and Brody Weigel both hit 3s in the first half. Torski hit a 3. Those guys got to be able to make those shots when they get chances, and that was the reason they were able to hang around right now with the Magi. And I don't want to even say hang around. They're right in this game. It's a 2-possession game, and we'll see how the second half adjustments come out here here shortly.
This is what those numbers look like on paper. I think the big number for me, Minot High only had 1 3-pointer in that first half of basketball. A team that's pretty good from behind the arc, currently shooting at 35% from 3-land. But just goes to show you that inside game really was the name of the game for the Magi early.
Well, and how quick that can change. We said the same thing in the girls' game a minute ago. They only made 2 3-pointers in the first half, and what changed in the second half? Well, 3 from Eve and 4 from Lily Bell really changed that, and they made 7 and stretched the game out to the big win. So same thing could happen with Minot here. Maybe some early woes on the road and just not making shots, but get it going with a couple makes in the second half.
We're not done this week after tonight's. Todd Domrey's has
We're
the
never
call.
done.
No, we're
never done.
Never.
This is like 7-Eleven. We're open all the time, baby. We're ready to go.
And you would think Sundays would be the day of rest and a nice day to just relax a bit.
They won? No, what they beat them by? What was the score? Oh, they're winning though? Minot State is up on Mankato at the Dome, baby. Go Merc.
That's a big one.
Number 21 in the country versus number 1. 3 minutes to go.
Man-to-Man Legacy and hockey tomorrow As Joe's talking about Minot State basketball, ranked inside the top 25 in the country right now. It's never been done by Minot State basketball. No. That's huge for the program, hey?
Ben, well, the closest we got when I was at, we got votes my first year at Mary. That was the closest we got. They may have got it a couple years earlier. They may have snuck into the top 25, but that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And the coolest part about the way Merck's doing it is he's doing it the old-fashioned way. He's got freaking Gunville up there shooting, and he's got Ben Bowl in his 5th or 6th year now, and he's really done a good job of building a program there that the town can be proud of. And Merck's a good friend. We were competitors for a long time, but he's always been a good friend, and I'm just super happy for him and the way he's been able to get Minot State on the map up there in hoops.
Hopefully Minot State can come away with a win.
Please no one tell him I said good things about him, though. That would just, that would ruin everything.
It certainly would. 33-27. Minot's got the lead over Legacy. Second half comes up next on the PSP Network.
26-yard line nearing the ServPro red zone are the Demons already. Handoff, Henke. Dances in the hole, now he speeds and bursts outside, accelerates to the 20, 15, 10, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
Carter Henke, this time they go left, and he just does what he does so well is he read the block. It wasn't off tackle, it wasn't off the guard on the inside, and he took his time, then he bounced to the outside, got a great little kick-out block, a touch block, and deep downfield for the Demons, helping him out.
Time for our second half here tonight. 2-possession ball game for the Magi. Hey, don't forget, WDA tournament coverage comes to the PSP Network. We'll have every game, boys and girls, all 22 of them from the Event Center in Bismarck. Looking forward to that coming up right around the corner. Gets here quickly.
So it's halftime, and Minot's up 42-29. They're up 13 at half.
Thank you, Joe.
So I just had to look it up myself. So it's a nice lead. If you're not doing anything, pause this. Watch it when you get home. Go watch the boys at the Dome.
Legacy with the basketball. I'd love to see him fill that place up, wouldn't you?
It's such a cool place for like the state class tournaments when it's full. When it's full, it's cool. And they got a bar there now. I mean, there's no excuse not to go anymore.
The renovations that they've done with the bar seating all the way around the top, like
there's
you're talking about.
There's not to go to a game.
And there's adult beverages as well at the college games?
I think so. I don't know.
Well,
I think that's why they put it in.
Yeah. Owen Patterson here tonight working for Minot State saying that, yes, there is.
He goes, I don't know that. I don't know that. Don't say that.
I'm only 18, he says. I wouldn't know.
Somebody he knows that they can. That's what he's saying. Somebody he knows.
He's been to a game, it seems.
He's seen somebody.
Here's the jump shot off the mark. Well, for Minot High Hockey, Andrew Goodmanson from 701 Realty brings us the opening draw each and every night. Here's Conklin inside. Conklin goes up, and Conklin leads all scorers in this ball game. That's number 13 here tonight for Logan Conklin.
Right back to the well there, getting a in the paint, 2 feet in the paint layup there from Conklin.
So anyway, as Andrew Goodmanson would say, like he did on Tuesday night for Legacy Hockey, is there 2 ways to spell Sabers, or is Buffalo spelling it wrong? That's the question.
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. I'm a FIT. I'm a math major.
Owen Patterson's got all the information.
Get the guy a mic. He knows everything over here.
Weigel from downtown. That's a 3-pointer for Brody Weigel.
Is that the one of the game for him?
Are within 5. Owen Patterson just clarified the Buffalo Sabers
are a weapon.
Sabers like a weapon, and these Sabers are
a toothed old dinosaur animal lion thing. Jeez.
We should have known that.
Is Owen Patterson from Center? Is that where he's from?
Washburn.
Washburn guys are smart. They know things like that.
Outside the arc, Fisher Johnson bangs home a 3-pointer. There's a big one for Fisher Johnson. He's got 4 points now in the ball game, and a quick timeout coming here with Minot leading 38-30 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Deals Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Well, we've got an update from across town. Eden Fridley had 5 3-pointers in the first half and finished with 19 tonight to lead Century Patriots over Bismarck 58-38 in girls hoops earlier on this evening. See if we can get an update for you from that boys game as well, with Bismarck Century and Bismarck High locking horns on the PSP network. Again, Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey have the call of that one. Legacy within 8. They've got possession of the basketball. That's early in that contest, Joe.
Nice play from Sawyer Grubb. Sneaking the left-handed layup in there.
2 more points for Sawyer Grubb. 9-5, the last we saw for Century leading Bismarck High. Peyton Shell, oh, that thing was almost down. It rolled back out. Shell's hit some threes on the season. That young man's got 22 of them coming into tonight. Shell's been held off the board, averaging 13.3 per game.
Definite 3 from the 3-point arc. Remember last year when Jacoby Lloyd, who's now an assistant coach for Legacy, put the old clamps on Mr. Doucette in the state tournament, wouldn't let him even touch the ball, and they put Shell in there a couple times to see if he could loosen up the defense a little bit.
Kupfer's got 2 more. Got a 4-point ball game now here in the second half. Schaefer with the basketball. He works it up top here to Eric Wincheski, the junior. Wincheski dribbles to his left. Inside, Wincheski hounded. He went up for the shot. He's fouled on the play.
Yeah, really good job there from Wincheski to get to his spot, land on 2 feet, jump stop, shot fake, and draw some contact. Really poised. Good take there from Eric.
Wincheski goes back to the ServPro free throw line. Shots on its way, and Wincheski has been perfect from the stripe tonight. ServPro 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. Well, we talked about him wanting to raise that 55% number up just a bit. 4 for 4 in the ball game will help.
4 for 4 help. 4 for 4 will help.
Sabers within 6. Deep 3. I was just going to say this place has been a little silent here in the second half. The atmosphere not completely livid like it was in that girls' game for portions of it.
Yeah. I'm not upset about that Parker Falcon 3. The guy has range. He's got to take a couple shots every once in a while that only guys like him can do, and unfortunately that one didn't go down for the old Sabers.
Wincheski's got the basketball. Off to Nelson. Tried to go inside. Nice defense. Sawyer Grubb took it away.
Sawyer did a good job there of taking away the skip pass and getting the steal.
Dancing into the paint. Falcon denied. Here comes Schaefer with the basketball. Schaefer tried to find Wincheski. Stolen there by Falcon, and Falcon brings it back across with Kupfer's help now. Kupfer surveys one-on-one against Conklin inside. They go up top to Sawyer Grubb. 5 points of the contest for Grubb as he quarterbacks from the top of the key. Worked it back now, and there's going to be a travel violation on Kupfer.
Really, that last possession, Falcon misses the layup, but hustles down, gets the sear. Sawyer Grubb did a good job of stopping Schaefer in transition, causing the aired pass, but just a really good job of Legacy, just showing some fight and getting back on defense and getting the ball back.
Nine games remaining for both of these teams on the season before tournament time. Now wide open, Conklin. I might have been able to score that one as Conklin puts it up off the window and in.
He was open on Braden Nelson's pump fake. He was open the whole time.
These two teams will square up again at the very end of the year on the 20th of February. That's the last game of the regular season for the WDA and for both of these programs. That Minot game against Century that was scheduled a week ago and got canceled or postponed, due to weather. Makeup day is February 5th. Inside.
It's a really good call. Really good call there on the baseline. Great job from Wincheski just, again, going to the scouting point. Where's Kupfer want to get to? He wants to get to his left hand. He sat on the right shoulder, spins back, takes the charge. Really, really, really headsy play there by Eric Winchesky.
Ryan Family Dealerships brought you the replay. DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory. Ryan Family Dealerships locations in Minot and Williston. Nelson up top. Here's Shell.
Ooh.
Sent it inside. That one intended for Bedell. Went off of him, and now the Sabres get it back.
Not a very good pass there. He had a wide open Bedell and just wasn't even getting the basketball.
Minot won big in their last matchup against Mandan, 92-46. Magi cruised on their home floor. A Magician team that's gone 7-0 on their home floor this season. This is only their 4th time on the road this year, Joe, for Minot High School.
Yeah, I just talked to some Minot High fans, and they said they come down to Bismarck like 6 times still or 5 times still. They'll basically all get in apartments down here for the next couple weeks.
It's going to get busy without a doubt. Legacy on the other side, they've gone 3-2 on this floor right here, 4-2 on the road. Jason Horner wants to talk it over with them right now. They trail 42-34 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
12:51 to play in regulation. Minot up by 8. Nick Holberg, Joe Cattell on the call tonight. The X's and O's from Jason Horner. What do you think the main message was just now with that timeout?
Stop turning it over. Take care of the basketball. Stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. Get this thing into a 1-2 possession game under 5 minutes, and you never know. Good move by Sawyer Grubb. Ooh, just missed.
Ball's loose, comes to Winchesky. Hard fighting effort there from Caden Helm. Now it's Schaefer with it. Back up to Winchesky. Helm's got it here.
God,
to
he's
Nelson.
Open again.
Schaefer from downtown, swoosh.
Yeah, that time Parker saw that the guy was wide open under the hoop, and probably Conklin again. He went to go lean to help, and all of a sudden lays Schaefer wide open in the corner for a 3. Got to be able to guard that little back door, that back screen action.
Just missed on the other side. The shot from Torski. He wanted his second 3 of the game, but it was off the mark. Winchesky on the dribble drive. Up top, Bedell wide open underneath. Nelson waits, puts it up. He scores the bucket, and he's fouled.
Really, really headsy play there by Nelson. Schaefer did a good job of not taking his feet weren't really set, ready to take that 3, didn't take it, shot faked it. Found Nelson on the backside. And Nelson just was calm, patient, used his size, used the shot fake, and was able to collect and go to the line.
Nelson with a chance at the and 1. Just a bit strong off the back of the rib.
Minot's doing a good job right now of running some offense. They've got this little backdoor, or not backdoor, back screen set that they've ran 3 or 4 times now and been able to get really good looks off of it, and to add a couple stops to the mix too.
Ball off the rim. It was almost down for Falcon and right back up.
That would have been worth 1 point if it went halfway down. It was definitely one that was a little heartbreaking. Could have went down.
It's going to be a foul inside coming here with 11:18 to play in the second half.
Good call there, but Bedell just leaned into Kupfer, pushing him off his spot.
Legacy's got possession here. They go inside, up to Falcon, and Falcon puts it up and in.
Need a little bit more out of Falcon and Kupfer here if they're going to stay in this ball game or get back into this ball game. Starting to stretch away from them.
Speaking of Mandan, they handed Legacy a loss on this court. 7-point difference back on the 12th. Week ago on Friday, we had that game on the PSP network, 69-62. Hudson Sheldon was special again on that occasion.
He's a good player. He's a good athlete, man. Holy cow. He's good at everything. Good at football, good at baseball, good at basketball. He's He's one of those everything guys.
Conklin powers his way inside. Conklin up and in. There's no doubt that's an All-West Region selection this year.
I can't wait to see them against Century. Those two monsters in the middle playing each other. It's going to be a battle in there.
Line it by 13.
And you probably haven't seen Gibby Kinnebrew play yet, have you?
Only on the PSP network, my friend.
He's going to be a next special special. Like, you want to hear a clone of Derek Dessette. Those two are spitting images of each other as freshmen. Just good athletes, play really hard. They just get the game. They're really, really, really sharp kids.
Ball's going to be able to play on the Magi. It's interesting how that works, how it just, you get those special guys.
Oof.
Moody from Dickinson a few years back. You look at the guys that have come through, Eagle staff as of late, Descent last year, and you get them to come through and you go, well, here's a generational guy, and it just seems like they keep growing and the game just advances so much.
There's a couple kids. There's a kid in Kindred down right now. He's in 9th grade or 2. He's super special. Gibby's got 2 cousins that play at Bowman. They're brothers. They're awesome too. They're literally his cousins, and they're going to lead Bowman probably to a state title, or at least the state tournament. They're that special, and there's some special. North Dakota keeps getting better and better at basketball. I'll tell you that much.
Off the mark on the jump shot, just missed there from Lucas. Your time at University of Mary when you were the head coach of the Marauders. North Dakota compared to other states,
just not many people.
Just the numbers.
There's only 5 or 6 of those special players. Go to Minneapolis, there's 5 or 6 of those in every, there's not that many people. That's kind of the goofy part about it. If it's per capita, it's probably similar. 6 per every 100,000 you get of a good player. But we just don't have a lot of kids playing hoops. Like, we don't have that many schools.
Schaefer. And boom goes the dynamite to explode again for his second 3 back-to-back. That one dropped in for Falcon, and Parker Falcon puts 2 more in the book.
Yep, just a little elbow turnaround.
Schaefer up top down to Bedell, and Bedell, make that Caden Helm rather, works it back over to Grayson Schaefer. Helm downtown, nailed it. Caden Helms into the book with a 3-pointer. The Magi only had 1 3 in the first half. They've got 4 here in the second half, and it's a difference.
Kind of the same story as the girls' game. Got hot in the second. Maybe there's more makes on this side of the hoop. Who knows? This side of the court.
Ball's going to go to play. The Magi will get it back.
They're doing a really good job of just kind of running some good continuity offense, doing some deliberate things. Legacy's had to go to zone in the last couple possessions now because they weren't able to guard that back screen. And now they've been able to knock down a couple 3-pointers because of it. Back to man-to-man now, though.
Conklin. Oh, there's going to be a collision here. Conklin a bit slow to get up. It's going to be an offensive charge here on Logan Conklin. Conklin looking at Dean Winchesky. Will he come out of the ball game? He will. Nelson's going to come in for Logan Conklin here.
Coach Winchesky's rotated 9 kids into this game, too. Been able to really go deep into his bench, giving lots of kids lots of minutes.
Here come the Sabers with the basketball. It's not over yet, but Minot High has officially put it into overdrive here.
Yeah, it's getting close. It's getting close. I feel like Sabers have really just struggled to score in the second half, only scoring so far 11 points. And definitely haven't been able to slow down the Magi at all.
Minot's ranked 1. Century's ranked 2 in the state right now. You've seen Century live and in real time.
They're so different. They just are so different. Kemple and Winchesky, both good players, both really good defensive players, smart team guys. Minot's definitely bigger and stronger, probably more physical at all 4 or 5 positions, but they don't have Isaiah Schaefer, who can just absolutely light up the scoreboard when he wants to. So they're different. I would say Minot's more physical, and Century probably has the better guard, the one guard. It's going to be a great battle, and again, that's probably one that you're going to see maybe 2, 3, maybe even 4 times before the 23-24 season's over.
Kupfer's got the most recent points. Legacy's back within 15. 7:36 left here in regulation.
Great news. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Well, it's been a ball game tonight that's had a little bit of everything. Minot High's got the lead right now. However, they sit at a 15-point cushion. Turnaround jump shot. They're probably happy with that. DeShell is into the book, and he gets his first points of tonight's ball game. Comfortable lead. Is that fair to say at this point?
Yeah, you know, they've controlled this game for the most part, and now it's just a matter of staying sharp and kind of closing the door. But good shot there by Sawyer Grubb, but nothing has come easy for Legacy Sabres right now. Everything's contested, everything's difficult. Just not able to get the same clean looks that the Magi are.
Grubb's got 7 in the ball game, but the Magi are still up by 15 as they go inside, trying to go to Schaefer. Schaefer grabbing the right hand. He's in some pain there, Joe. Up top, Falcon downtown. That one drops in. The lead becomes a little less comfortable as Winchesky goes up. Lays it off the window, and Winchesky in transition picks up his 8th point to the ball game.
Yeah, nice play there by Winchesky going coast to coast. Falcon, nice job contesting, and it kind of closed my eyes and cringed a little bit there. I was hoping, didn't want to see anything, any kind of a collision or anything. Schaefer must have just maybe, yeah, just jammed his thumb, pulled his thumb back or something. The coaches are saying he's looking for just a little bit of tape to support it, but yeah, just a little bit of a thumb jam there.
Take a look at the WDA leaders in points per game again. This is as of January 14th. Falcon averaging 21.6, number 5 in the conference. Like you said, I think what's the most interesting about Minot High and Century, the top 2 teams in the state of North Dakota right now, is that you've got to go down the list of ways to find a Magician or a Century Patriot. At number 5, while number 6 is Schaefer. Number 7 is Conklin. Schaefer from the Century Patriots, that is.
Yep.
Isaiah. So they're not far off the pace, but still at 6 and 7.
They don't rely on them as much. They don't have to get a certain number from them every night in order to win. They can win with other guys and other things.
6:12 ticks down here in regulation. Falcon up top. Robidoux downtown. Bingo.
He's really come on. He's one kid that if he really buys into an off-season program and gets himself into great basketball shape, I think he could really turn into a special player. He's got great size, good touch. He has a good motor. He just isn't able to stay on the floor as long as I'm sure Coach Horner would like him to be able to have the wind to stay on the floor.
Winchesky inside.
Just wills himself. He just absolutely wills himself to get to their hoop and wills his team to win, man. He just one speed.
I was going to say, speaking of motors, he's got one. Deep 3. Parker Falcon again from downtown.
And a difficult 15 he's already got. He hasn't had many clean looks. Good look there from Parker to be able to shoot over the defender.
36th three-pointer of the season. Conklin from 3. Doesn't fire from there very often, but when he does, on this occasion, it seems to work just fine for him from downtown for Conklin. And Minot's got the response from the most recent Falcon 3. Comfort surveys up top. Under 5 to play in regulation. Another 3 on its way.
Wow.
Brody Weigel heating up.
Third three from Brody for the game. He's really, like I said, that Central game was a launch pad. Really gave him some confidence. I think he led them in scoring that night with 18, 19 points, something like that, and really kind of launched him to kind of prove that he belongs in this varsity level.
Here's Winchesky. One-on-one. Pulls up, jump shot, off the mark. Conklin went up after it. Robidoux was there to help out on the legacy rebound, and it comes back away down to the Sabers with Parker Falcon here on the near wing. Inside to Kupfer. Shell's going to get a bit too aggressive there. They're going to rig him up with the foul.
Yeah, good job there. Nice slip from Kupfer trying to get to the rim. Just better help side defense from the Minot Magi. Obviously the foul, but didn't give up the layup.
Prestwich Orthodontics bringing you the ball game tonight. MinotBraces.com is where you can find them. 0% financing and free consultations either online or at the office. Prestwich Orthodontics again at MinotBraces.com. Falcon on the drive. Nelson charged with the foul.
Yeah, just wasn't able to move his feet fast enough to stay in front of Parker and kind of caught him with the knee.
6 fouls on the Magi now here with 4:06 ticking down. Well, I called it a comfortable lead for the Magi a few moments ago, but the Sabers hitting a few from three land. A few more could change the dynamic in a quick hurry here. That steal will help from Shell. He's got it, and Shell will bring it back across over to Winchesky. If you're Minot, do you try to take some air out of the basketball here and let that shot clock wear thin?
Yeah, I mean, you can. I think you just got to take great shots. Don't take good ones. And just like there, Shell didn't shoot that. He passes up a good shot, able to find Nelson hanging out around the rim again. Braden Nelson with his 8th point, 4 on each side of the half.
Lead back to 15 for the Magi with under 3.5 to play. Shots Crossroads, where team buses are always welcome. Home to the famous banana cream pie at Shots Crossroads. They bring you the post game tonight. You ever had the banana cream pie at Shots'?
No, can't say that I have, actually. Got the number 9 or whatever that is. That's delicious.
Famous number 99.
99, that's what it is, yeah.
It's all good at Shots Crossroads. Planning Team Financial brings you the post game tonight as well. We'll have our jobbers moving and storage move of the game, along with our MVP, brought to you by Sport Clips. Nice block inside as Kupfer got the big arm in the way. Under 3 to play now in regulation. Falcon, what a stroke that is, and Falcon nails it from downtown. Dean Winchesky animated on the Minot bench here.
I think Coach, I think the ref thought he called a timeout, but really he's just yelling at his players to get closer to Falcon and not let him have that 3.
2:40 to play. 66-54. Minot's got the lead. They're ranked number 1 in North Dakota. They've been at the top of that list since early this season. After a win over Red River, Peyton Shell with the money ball.
Yeah, he's a nice looking player. He's long and just can really shoot the basketball. Minot up 17 with 6.5. Minot State up 17 against the number 1 team in the country with 6.5 to go.
Wow. Here comes Winchesky. That'd be huge for that program.
Yeah, that's when you make tell stories about, that's for sure.
Shell to Conklin. Winchesky with under 2 minutes to play in regulation.
Gunville with 11 on the night.
Gunville, the former Minot High standout. Good for
right.
him. Talk about a kid that could shoot the 3 ball.
Oof. He could absolutely light it up. Still is, obviously.
80 seconds to play. Fans starting to make their way towards the exits here tonight at the Legacy High School Gymnasium. And the Minot High fans starting to come alive just a bit. Shell in the paint. He wants a few more tonight. He's going to get them. Shell goes up and lays it in.
Yeah, just feels like Minot's got a lot of bullets in the gun when they start leaning on that bench. They got Bedell sitting down there. They got Nelson coming off that bench. Helm. I mean, they just keep coming with players and players and players. And just was too much right now for the Sabers. And Sabers are still looking for that 3rd guy, Brody Weigel. Had a nice night tonight. Sawyer Grubb had some moments, but they're just still looking for that other guy to step up defensively, offensively, do something to give them kind of a little bit of a spark. A lot of bullets in the gun for Minot, though. Brody Weigel again.
4 for him from downtown. Nice night for Weigel from behind the three-point stripe.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure on his shooting percentage, but I think going into Century game, he was like 11% from the three. And since then, I think he's shooting over 50% from the three. So just a kid that's really kind of something clicked in the last couple weeks for him.
Under a minute to play in regulation. We'll have our MVP of the game coming your way here tonight. In our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads post-game show.
It's Micaiah Berryhill.
Berryhill's got his first 2 of the ball game.
Brother of Maya Berryhill, that we watched in the game before. Doing research on the sophomores for you just in case this situation happens.
Job well done tonight, partner. Great seeing you down here in the capital city. Wish I was hanging around tonight so we could catch up a little bit more, but we'll have more time as the season comes.
We got some time. We'll be brothers again soon.
That shot off the mark from Fisher Johnson. Johnson at the ServPro free throw line gets the first. And the second.
And he gets one more.
12.7 to play here in regulation. Again, if you haven't already done it, make sure to hit like and follow on all of our social media platforms. Hit subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. Mission to promote local athletes. Well, the Sabers are going to look for one more shot here in this showdown. 74-59, they trail. Robidoux runs it in, puts it up off the window, and gets one at the end of the contest. And Robidoux finishing with 5 here tonight. All for naught, however, as the Magi remain unbeaten. 12th win of the year for Minot High School. Tonight at 74-61 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Clean sweep for number one Minot in boys and girls hoops. Boys win 74-61 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Nick Holberg, Joe Cattell for our Planning Team Financial at Shots Crossroads postgame show. Shots Crossroads, where team buses are always welcome. Bring the team. You can order online at Shots Crossroads. They'll have it ready for you when you get there. ShotsCrossroads.com. Planning Team Financial. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, it's Planning Team Financial Advisors helping you work toward achieving your financial goals. Joe, your thoughts overall on this ball game? Legacy put up a heck of a fight, but it just seemed like Minot High maybe had a little more muscle when it was all said and done.
Yeah, obviously the quick start, getting up by 10 is a nice way to play, you know, having the lead from start to finish like that. They did a really good job of setting the tone in the paint. In the second half, they really got into that continuity, that back screen offense where they were able to get some layups and some backside threes, kind of forced Legacy to go zone, and then it was just a little bit too little too late. And just really, I don't know, excited, pleased, really kind of just, I just really, I don't know what the word is, but just think that Minot High has a really good basketball team. I think they are exactly what everybody said they are. They're big, they're physical. They play together really well. There's no superstar out there, but there's a lot of really good basketball players, and just really pleased of how they play. And I just think that they're a true team that's deserving of that number one spot so far. What is going on here?
Update from Bismarck Century. If that score is correct, it's the Bismarck Demons leading the Century Patriots 70-37 to start the second half of basketball, Joe.
That's a lot of points.
I've been saying it for a while. If Jordan Wilhelm's team, if they can find a way to make that hockey line change thing work, they're going to be tough to beat right now. They've got Century on the ropes, boy. That one on the PSP network.
In the Patriot Dome or whatever they call it there. So, yeah, that's a lot of game left, obviously, but that is a big score. That is a big thing to overcome.
Time for our final numbers here in this ball game for the Minot High Magicians and Legacy Sabers. What those final numbers? Do you have them added up, my friend?
I sure do. Legacy Sabers are at 61 points. They're led in scoring by Parker Falcon with 18 points. He had 3 3-pointers. 12 points from Lucas Kupfer. They had 12 from Brody Weigel. He had 4 3-pointers on the night. 5 from Jaron Torski, 7 from Sawyer Grubb, and 5 from Jonathan Robidoux. Also 2 from Micaiah Berry Hill. They're at the very end for a total of 61 points. The Minot Magicians with a 13-point victory, scoring 74 of their own. They're led in scoring by 20 points from Logan Conklin, 12 points from Eric Winchesky, 10 points from Grayson Schaefer, 8 from Braden Nelson, 7 from Landon Badell, 7 from Fisher Johnson, 7 from Peyton Shell, all in the second half, and 3 points for Mr. Caden Helm for a total of 74 points for the Magi.
Those numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory. Find them online at DriveRyan.com. 8 scores total for the Magi, 6 for the Sabers. Minot only had 7 3-pointers in the ball game. Legacy had more there.
2 in the first half, 5 in the second half, so that's obviously a a little bit, nice jump up number there for them.
Speaking of half and half, I think one of the big numbers here in this ball game for me is that Legacy didn't get to the ServPro free throw line in that second half of basketball, according to my numbers.
Well,
double check that.
Legacy didn't get to the free throw line. You are correct. Legacy didn't shoot a free throw in the second half.
They went 3 for 4 total in the ball game.
We get a team trophy today. They're all getting the belt for Minot High. This is a team trophy victory.
I don't know. You don't see that very often.
They usually give the belt to somebody. But today, we're all victorious.
We'll talk to our MVP of this game coming up. Tough choice here tonight. Plenty of them deserving on both sides of the floor here tonight. MVP will join us next, and we'll have our move of the game coming up when we come back to the Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Clean it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Whether
Final score tonight, the Magi take down the Sabers 74-61. Welcome back in to our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. We're joined by our MVP of the game, Logan Conklin, here tonight. Joe and I had the pick on who that is, and Joe made the comment about you in the first half that you're a kid that just hates to lose. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's very true.
I don't think I'd like to be at the holiday get-togethers with you on the ping pong table, because it seems like that would probably be a challenge for somebody else as well.
Ping pong, anyone can beat me in ping pong. I suck at ping pong. Like, my friend Beater has a ping pong table. We go to his house, and I always lose in ping pong. Pool, on the other hand, I'm good at pool.
Yeah, you can make that happen. A gritty effort tonight, and early on, you guys kind of set your fortune up with the inside game tonight. Was that the game plan coming in?
The game plan was just, if they're going to force me or Eric to do stuff, just pound it inside and get the big guys inside the ball, or just we need to get back cuts because they're going to cheat on us up top, so we can get an easy back cut every time.
I just have to ask this question. How much do you care about the personal points? It just seems like if you get the guys, the ball around you, you're not really hungry for yours, it seems. Is that a fair statement about you?
Yeah, that's fair to say. I probably try sometimes too hard to try to get myself my own points, but I try to be a team player and get my teammates the ball and just swing the ball. Like, I got that nice pass to Braden tonight, and that was pretty cool.
How fun is it to see those guys come off the bench and score as well?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Talk a little bit about your guys' depth this year. Felt like you were able to run in multiple guys at one time. I know you don't really play the perimeter all that much. You can do it, obviously, but at one time it was you and Bedell and Schaefer all in at one time, and Schnell's playing the two, and Eric's at the you guys are a really big and long team. Just talk a little bit about that size, some of the challenges of it, and also some of the things that help you, in victories.
I think for us, the height is good for us because we all have long arms. Payne Shell, really long arms, not the tallest guy, but has huge wingspan, and then just Landon, Grayson, me, and then Eric as well. We're all long wingspan, tall guys, so it's us having that, and then sometimes the quicker guys get us, but then we have Helm and then the other guys on the bench that can step up too and just bring that energy too.
Awesome. A little bit about rebounding. You guys aren't a team that are going to lose rebounding very often. Is that something that coach is always pounding, or is it just kind of the natural? You guys all kind of just get it and understand that's kind of your guys is going to be your bread and butter?
Yeah, that's something we pride ourselves on in practice. It's if you're there, get the rebound. Don't just box him out. Go attack the board, go get the ball. You're not just going to let them get it every time. There's times we get lazy on it, but coach yells at us to pick it up, and we pick it up.
Awesome.
Nice job here tonight. And I'll remember for a lifetime that if there's an opportunity between pool or ping pong to challenge you.
Yeah.
I know what sport I'm playing. Nice job again tonight.
Congrats, buddy.
Logan Conklin, our MVP of the game here tonight.
Garrison roots, that guy. That's why he's so good. He's got some Garrison roots, you know.
Is that what it
Oh,
is?
the bloodline, the strong bloodline of the Garrison roots. That's where he comes from, for sure.
You got to love that, don't you? Ping pong's not his sport.
No.
But they don't have that in Garrison.
Yeah, he's different. He's different, but he's very similar to an old player, Dexter Werner. Like, they're different. They're different athletes. They're different body types. But as far as just constantly getting the ball with two hands, forcing his way to the rim, being able to just kind of guard anybody out there, he's just one of those special athletes that he just reminds me so much of a guy like Dexter Werner, where if there's a loose ball, there's no question he's going to come out of the middle with it.
MVP of the game brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Sport Clips, where you can get the MVP haircut experience. Sign in online with a hairstylist today at Sport Clips. They bring you tonight's MVP. Congratulations, Logan Conklin, at a game high in scoring in this ball game. Time for our move of the game here tonight as well. It's brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you whether you're moving across town or across the country. Jobbers with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. I don't know that I have one that's necessarily queued up for this here tonight. Do you have a move of the game in your mind that really stands off the paper?
Well, I thought that the double clutch, pass that Schaefer had and hit Braden Nelson on the backside. Nelson kind of shot fake, got the and one. I just thought that was just a total testament to how that whole team played in the second half. Super unselfish, finding the open player around the rim, and really dominating the post play. And that's just the play that really stands out to me, is just making that extra pass, finding the guy in the perimeter and that guy in the post, and that guy in the post around the rim really having poise to make the layup and absorb the contact and get fouled.
I like that call right there. I didn't have that highlight queued up, but I had one where both those kids that you mentioned touched the basketball.
Well, there we go.
We'll take it. Jobbers Moving and Storage brings you the move of the game. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Find them online, jobberswarehouse.com.
Really like that team. I think that Minot High team is really focused on what they need to do. And look at this, 29 seconds left. Get wild, Minot. Looks like the Minot State Beavers are going to knock off the number one team in the country, or number one team in NCAA Division II, 79-71 with 30 seconds left.
Well, that's a big night for Minot State basketball. Congratulations to them. Update from across town. Century and Bismarck High at 79-38. Demons with 11 minutes left in that ball game. That's quite a score over there.
That's quite a score, period. That's 79 points. That's more than, was Lily Bell? Did she go over there and play a doubleheader tonight or what?
No kidding. Demons are trying to make it 2 in a row where they crossed the 100 barrier. Joe, your closing thoughts on this doubleheader tonight here at Legacy High School?
I think Legacy Boys is still searching for that signature win. I think they're right in the middle of the pack. I think they're a good team, a team that looks like a team that can make it to the state tournament, but they're just kind of still hunting for that signature win. This group just hasn't been able to sink their teeth in. Maybe tomorrow night in Cheyenne will be their lucky night, getting on the road and growing as a team. They got Brody Weigel starting to play better, but they just still need to figure out a way to get a little bit more physical. And then as far as Minot goes, they just look like a super focused, tough group. I mean, I think winning the state football title and as an underdog fashion helped them. I think the experience that they've had the last few years in tournaments and WDA and state tournaments, I think there's enough experience on this team. I'm really impressed by what the Minot High team is kind of just. They're just kind of like robots. They're just figuring it out and refilling the holster and shooting more bullets at people. So I just really impressed by just the workmanlike attitude of going on the road and getting a physical victory like that.
You're a basketball brain, of course. I'm way more than I would be considered. The Minot High is just simple good is how I would describe them. I mean, they're not flashy, but they're just so well-rounded. They're just good. They're flat out good.
And they're physical. You can tell these kids have put a ton of time in. Like, they're lifting weights, they're getting stronger, they're playing together, they're going to team camps. They're just all so invested in what Coach Winchesky and his staff have done, and that's just a testament to Minot State, it's a testament, or Minot High, to their staff, to their development. You just something's good happening right now, and it's a really focused group, and man, I don't want to get in the way of some of those big guys running you down when they want to win games.
well, they're in the middle of, or at the start
it feels like there's no egos, too. Like, Eric Winchesky, humanly, I don't think can have an ego. I don't think his dad would ever allow it, and this dude's going NDSU, and he doesn't have an ego. And none of the other, I just feel like there's no drama. It's just a bunch of hard-nosed dudes trying to figure out how to win a basketball game every night. And, God, as a coach, when all you have to do is worry about basketball, that's a good problem to have, so.
Well said. Minot High's at the start of a 6-game road swing. They're at Legacy tonight. That's the 19th. Mark that one down. So we'll head to St. Mary's on the 23rd. Then Bismarck on the 26th. Williston on the 30th. Dickinson on the 2nd of February. The 5th of February, they'll be back in Bismarck. So Century, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 coming up still on the road here. That's a busy road swing where they took care of a lot of home games first, but that team bonding never hurts anything either.
But they're also going to have to learn how to win on the road. WDA's not playing Minot. They don't get to sleep in their own beds. So I think, I think all in all, it's they're doing what they need to do to figure out how to win in tournament time.
Job well done. Great seeing you tonight, partner.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
We had a lot of fun with you. Big thanks to Joe Cattell on the call here tonight. Big thanks to Owen Patterson. He made the trip down from Minot to help us on the broadcast tonight as well. We're not done yet this week. High school hockey tomorrow. Mandan's at Legacy. Game time tomorrow is 3:15. Join Todd Domries at 2:45 tomorrow for high school hockey. Big thanks to all those sponsors that make these games possible. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here. But an even bigger thank you to all the military men and women out there and all of our veterans. God bless you all, and thank you so much for your sacrifice to our great country. Final one more time of the boys matchup here tonight. The Magicians, 74. Legacy, 61. It's a clean sweep for the boys and the girls from Minot High School. Till next week, Nick Holberg signing off for my broadcast partner, Mr. Joe Cattell and Owen Patterson here on the PSP Network. Please have a great weekend. Whatever you do, have a good night, and God bless.
PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.